Thank you for light and dark in this slice of time before all that have ever lived from the foundation of the world. That final seventh shofar shall sound, the final trump, and all will be judged from the beginning. And then you will take the darkness from this rock that we walk here. Thank you for Shiloh. We return without the darkness. Beautiful, no dark, no flesh. Sin, darkness comes from flesh, sin, the outer flesh. Yep. Carnal in nature. The Paul said that he just didn't want to stop sinning and told us to circumcise the flesh. So just been in sup prayer with the Father face to face, and I am inside me, and knowing that they're all deceived. Everybody's been deceived, and that's okay. Only gas is what it says. You'll find rest in the sup, and his seek and ye shall find, and that's the prize, that's the treasure. He is the prize. So he shall return and take evil from this earth. He'll burn it with fire first, from above and below the judgments. That seventh trumpet, right? The last trump. Judgments. The dead are raised. Not out of the sky. Dead people are in the sky. That's where they get away with this. So you make one jot. He said, don't change a jot. You change one, you add one, you take away, you get it all wrong. Just put it back. It's like having an impurity in clay. If you have a pocket of air or a little impurity, it'll crack and break when it's put in the judgments. And it's worthless. All your time. You shaped all that to make it all whatever shape you took. So thank you for the word, because it's infallible. You are the word. You are I am. All this is light and dark, but you will take the darkness. You will take the flesh. Isn't that beautiful? We'll come back. He'll put the flesh back on us again, but not for a time or season, right? Well, those who are in spirit, because we're under spiritual testament now, will understand the busos, the knowledge, the seeking you shall find, and they'll understand, because it's written on inside them, not somewhere in a physical. There's no physical. We're not under physical anything. He tells us that. He warns us about idols. That's dirt. Anything that came from the dirt and imagery, things you see. Things you see of the dirt and things you see. Anything you see, that's just flesh. You must be born from above, not again. And heaven is not above our head. So that's where people make the mistake. You make one mistake and you're going to get it all wrong. And that's where we are today. Commerce. Zeros and ones. People think a computer can learn. A computer is a math problem. But people think it's 2024. People think there's 12 months in a calendar. People think God loves everybody. God is just a title. He is I am. He is light. He is the horizo, the light. This is light. He's light. He's inside me. I am the light. I am the hados, the aletheia, and the horizo, the way, the truth, and the light. He said, I am before Abraham. I am. That is pure light. So, remember, he said, idolism, eyes, everything came from the dirt. Dirt. We'll go back to I am not dirt. I am eternal spirit. I never die. Death is fake. Time is not. There's no time. You're an idiot. Time. Where one door closes, another opens. Here we are. Month 13. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father, for the gospel. Those you chose, those you already bought them. It's already purchased. Let's speak about money. What's your prize? What are you running to? He said, have your loins girded in his service. You got any loins? Got anything down there in your pants, huh? What are you doing with this? Karak. What is your mark? What's your decamai? Put all, just not one, but two. But put your hands up. Put your hands up. What's your decamai? You're going after that transgender Jesus. These religious people are they're no busos. They throw them in the place of no bathos. They don't seek. Thank you, Father, for the blessing of I am you, Father, without darkness, pure, a horizo, pure light. From above, right? Light. Oh, there's a light above your head. Oh, horizo. At the divider. He's the separator, the divider of the light and dark. Dark and light. Dark and light. Don't worry about what you see. Don't worry about the flesh. He said, be in it, but be not of it. Come out of for my people. Be born from above, not again. Can't be saved. Well, my kitty. She's sitting out with the dad. She's my only girl. She's my only girl. This is Juniper. She's the channel kitten. She's been here since she's just a little tiny thing, little baby. She takes care of the mice out here for us in the high desert. And her loves her dad. And dad loves the girl. She's the only girl on the farm out here. She's the only girl, all boys, bunch of boys out here stuck with a bunch of boys. But you do a good job being a little princess, isn't she? She's such a cutie. Oh, did that get your ear? Oh, we're gonna fall asleep in Dad's hands. She has the cutest tail, but she won't let me show it to you. Oh, she knows. Don't say tail. Don't say tail. Oh. Oh, that's Tago. He loves his tail. They think the Tango thinks he's a kitty too. But he's a 140-pound dog. Yeah, that's his spot. Uh-oh, I said tail. Oh, there you go. Oh, no. Oh. It's tail. And then Mr. Pants. There, Mr. Pants. You can come say hi. I'll say hi. Oh, he's not shy. You're not shy. All right. Say we come out and hang out all the time. I'm always sitting right next to the dad. Can't see me, but I'm with my dad. I'm with my... Oh, he's a dingo. He's the dingo boy. No, don't you. You leave my hand alone. You leave it alone. No kisses. Oh, that was so close. I think you almost... I told you no kisses. I don't want to smell like dog breath, please. No dog breath? You got a deal? All right. All right, back to the show. He's my boy. He's Dingo. The dingo ate the baby. Someone left the baby on the windowsill. Did you eat the baby? Did you eat the baby? Did you eat the little baby transgender Jesus? I think he did. He ate the crisp Jesus. Were you getting into candy? I thought puppies weren't supposed to be eating candy. We don't have any candy here. We don't eat sugar, do we? No, we don't eat sugar. I love him, boy. He's a good guy. He's a dingo. I breed dogs out here, and he's my boy. Nope. He wants more love. Just put that hand on me and give me a pet. Okay, I love him. He's a good guy. You doing such a good job every single day, every day. He's always there first part of the day. Every time I wake up, bam, he's there. Bam, he's there. I don't care if he's sleeping. I wake up, there, he's there. Man, he's what a good puppy dog. So, heaven's not above your head. Wait, are these idiots in here again? Hold on, let me get rid of some of this trash. People worried about their eyes. He warns of idolism and imagery. Oh, oh crap. How did I put that at the bottom of the thing? Let's do all this. How do I get that? All right, well, maybe I'll do that. Are you back here, you goofball? Goofball. People are lost in space. Space. All right, let's see if we can get this back. No, we can't. All right. I don't know how I do that sometimes. Bad host. Bad broadcast. Back in timeout you go. All right. I don't care, Jimmy Crackhorn. Wish I could figure that out. What's this here? Man, I'm not very good at the controls, Captain. This old electronic stuff, man. I wish I had my son here. He'd like come over your old VCR be blinking 12 for 15 years. They just come up without a book and just did it in my radio tube, send in my car. He's like, hey, you know, you're go through, do the radio, goes, changes the color. I'm like, it does. Yes, yeah, it does. Look at anyways, like all these rainbow jersey colored giants chasing around a low energy swine skin. So, all right. Yeah, whatever there, buddy. You're gonna take your ass Big Bob cock meat sandwich and pay for it there, Tam, because you're a corporation. Yep, and then his buddy will get double sleeping on your asshole, and they'll get double cocking you in the back and rocking you like a fucking rocking horse, and you'll pay for it, Tam, because you're a corporation, so you can't step to the word. You're a corporation. They're broke back as you're getting your back broke by two big fat fucking cocks in the back because you pay for it because you don't even know your constitutional. You're welcome. You can thank Congress. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech and of the press and religion. So I'll let you say one more thing and only boom, boom, you're out of here. See? Fucking sick box. Pay for it too. And then send the rest of the money to Ukraine. Keep paying for your own mass raping in this corporation called America. You're the filth of this nation. You're a pig, people in government, and people, you're pig liquor. I can tell you don't work for the government. You're just pig liquor. Bye. Apologize, brothers, sisters. Arthur Morgan, you got to go. And if you're worried about all this Hollywood stuff, brothers, sisters, you're falling for the eyes. Anything you see, there are people dying in the fucking streets right now, and 8 families have almost 50% of the wealth. That there should be nobody dying, even a child. We have plenty of resources, but it's capitalism. It's pride, one above another. Oh, now you're going to try to go to space, aren't you? Heaven's not above your head. Earth's not below your feet. All this is idiocracy, and most people are translators. They go after a trend. If they're religious, they go after a transgender Jesus that Trump decorates his house with. So you can't step to this. No more. The veil's been lifted. I am Apocalypse. That's what I've done here on this channel with help of the ministry here, all the people who make up this channel. So thank you, Father, for the see, disgusting. There's a place called Pornhub. Go pull it over there, jerk off. You see them, they're filth. You'll know them by their fruit. Do not judge them by their cover. You'll know them by their fruit. So didn't even give that one a second chance tonight. It's okay, brothers, sisters. It's be born from above daily. We feed the trolls. Have a moderator, helps moderate the channel. I wouldn't talk to people at all, but it has to be that way. It can't have a Brother Jim channel where he doesn't correspond with anybody in the chat. So it's what makes the channel what it is. So it's not my channel. It's our channel. And if you produce filthy swine or one bad apple, upset the whole apple cart. He said, don't sup with vipers. And swine is pig. So that is like a flashlight fake cop. They're all fake. They don't have any judicial authority, but they'll pump rounds in you too, kill you dead. They swatted my house with no... There's a rogue gang of state troopers in Oregon who tried to come kill me, and they didn't succeed. But it's reality. These things are happening. shot my son and kidnapped my daughter, but people just keep playing games. And this, because I stand up, because I'm a veteran. I use my Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. I always use my First Amendment, always have and always will. Don't use. The Second Amendment is second, right? First is freedom of speech. Second, guns. I could have killed 2 dead troopers on my fucking property, but I didn't. And so I'm a meek man. Nobody can say I have any problems with metal. Bam! Oh, okay. Wow, how did I do that? I only shot once in the head. Well, I didn't want to shoot anybody, brothers and sisters, and I didn't. But I will continue to assert my first Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. I know the constitutional rights. I'm not a corp, nor am I a statute. If I'm going to criminally be charged, it has to be under the original Title 18 statutes that were adjudicated through judicial, legislative, and executive branches of our government. Remember, House, Congress, Senate? So it can't be any subsection or revised statutes for corp, and you're fucking corp. All you guys, a bunch of corps. You don't take anything. You're dead. They just send you zeros and ones. It's a merchant back to the queen. See that I'm saying? All this is just an illusion. Everything is an illusion. You're biting into this bullshit, and pretty soon they're going to tell you there's UFOs. There's no fucking such thing as UFOs or UAPs. That's just Tesla technology that's been around for millions of years. You're just an idiot. You don't know your history. There's computers don't learn. A computer is a math problem. Zeros and ones. You make it anything else, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about quantum computing or quantum physics. You don't have any education. Probably, maybe high school. It don't matter. It's propaganda. You get stung by the spelling bee when you went to school, so you go with the flow, right? Oh, you get channeled and poked at and put your money in the bank and curse. See, that's all merchant. That's all numbers. They made you a fucking working slave. You don't think for yourself, so they took all your merchant money from birth. They birthed. See, this is birth. This is merchant law. This is all part of this queen. Back to the queen. This used to be a constitutional republic. I can assert my constitutional rights, and like God's rights, they can't be, they're God-given. One nation under God. Like on the back of the dollar, it says, in God we trust. Who do you put? It's faith, brothers and sisters. By faith, those who have an ear to hear. And they can't take your constitutional rights because we, the people, form this Constitution of the United States of America. Remember, we, the people, in order for a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote general welfare. We, the people, establish this. We are the government. They are just elected. Your commerce, you elect them. It's a corporation. It's not a constitutional republic anymore. Well, I am not a corp, or I'm not a corp, nor am I statute. So, are you keeping up? They can't. You guys are just clouded with thinking that God's in the sky, and that's why he divorced his bride Israel. Heaven is not in the sky. See, you make that one mistake, here we go. Everybody's going to fall for aliens. There's no such thing as aliens. God didn't create one planet. People love to add to the word, and if you add one word to the book, one jot, he said, don't change one jot, you're going to fuck it all up, brothers and sisters. As is above, everything you are seeing happening is going by clock above your head. There's no fucking such thing as space. You're an idiot. You have no celestial understanding, no celestial eye. I'm a magi. He sent him here to declare the line and to stand up as he did to the perverted Shem. For those who have an ear to hear. Because I remember they perverted it from Hebrew to Aramaic and then now in English. That's an impossible. You don't understand Babel. You speak in some other gloss that is an alien dialect to me. Aliens, fuck it. That's so stupid. People are they think God's in the sky and heaven's in the sky, and that's what 98% of at least the world thinks. Well, 98.5% is how many people who take it in the ass and take a bargain. When you reach down in a man's prison, that double stuffed cock that I was telling you about, and Bob eating big Bob cock meat, that's part of the corporation. They pay you to get ass raped and eat cock meat sandwiches under this corporation because you're a corp, and that's sick. And then they send the rest of it. They just sent $20 billion to Ukraine. So if you don't know the law and you don't insert it, they'll take it, use it, or lose it, right? You assert your rights or lose your rights. If you know your rights, they can't take them from you. That's the beautiful thing about the Constitution, brothers and sisters, if you know your rights. Any comments on the correlation between mental illness and religion? Yes, they're all mentally ill. They believe in the transgender Jesus, most of them more. All religions are vanity. I rebuke every single one of them. He didn't come here. He wrote the letter to the 7 churches. He said he did it twice, which declares a contract as he was hung next to 2 thieves, and that's the contract we're under now. is that, yeah. He always declares witness. That's what makes it a contract. So the mental illness of their religious or their he doesn't dwell in houses made by hands. He always says twice. It's beautiful. It's contracts. Not no, religious people are. They worship a transgender Jesus. Most of them do. Born in the winter, and he was not born. I am birthed through the amniotic fluid, as we're all born, not some fucking aliens. Water. We all came here through the amniotic fluid. He had to birth a vessel because he was I am light. Rare. Remember Aries, the age of fire, who required fire, ritual, blood, sacrifice. Yeah, that wasn't. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy are a law, not religion. So I rebuke every religion that walks this rock. It's just the time of the Hamashiach, the anointed. Christ is a pagan term, but Christ, Jesus didn't exist at the time of Christ. Religions are vain. He wrote the letter of 7 churches in the book of the I am apocalypse. I am past to revelation. I pull off these lies and reveal this aletheia. That is revelation. To remove the lies, to reveal the aletheia. It's been covered for 2,600 years. I am fire, ram, birthed a Vesica Pisces, an age of fire to water through this. He had to birth. He is I am. He is light without flesh. He had to birth a flesh body to fill not just the 2 houses of Aaron and Levi. That's why he doesn't want one above another under this covenant contract. It's not a law, none of that. Remember, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, it was a law. It's called the Torah. 613 statutes, commandments. Nobody can keep up. Nobody has a historical record of this. They're idiots. An idiot is not an insult. It's idiotos or ignorant, or ignorance means the same thing. It means you're a simple man. Lame, skilled, unskilled. No, you're not skilled. You're unskilled. You're untrained. You have no you actually don't know. It's never even graced your eyes or ear. He put a blocker, like, a cover, a veil over your eyes, or that's what he created in the birth of the age, the fire from water to birth this Vesica Pisces. I am Shiloh is when he will return again after the 7th shofar. There will be a cosmos, an unorderly arrangement of sounds, shofars, trumps, all in the final when the dead are raised from the ashes. Then, but not until he bursts this fire from above and below, because they're all doing it by this clock above your head. But people think there's 12 months in a calendar. They think it's 2024. They think God loves everybody. Most people go to hell. It's in the Word of God, but they don't read it. They think it's not a religion. So I rebuke all religions. They don't study, and I study every single jot, yod, one word with definition. Teach how to define, have a lexicon concordance. You better get all these things, get off eSword, stop using these electronic tools, become it. It's on your heart. If you seek and you shall find. Busos, he said, Bathros, my people shall perish for lack of bathos. I'll throw them in the place of no busos. That's in Revelation 9:11. Remember, messenger, angelos, they mean the same thing. The one that's locked up, they're going to do a fake pit ritual. People, God's in the sky, and they're giving us this free technology. Fuck that. That's Trump and his uncle and Tesla. That's been around. They're megalithic structures with frequency, sound waves. That's what Trump was messing with, Uncle Trump. Musk is, don't you get it? Tesla, stinky muskrat. If this dude can get out of here and they know something was probably coming or something, all this bullshit in the sky, don't you think they ought to be the fuck out of here? Why are they digging holes in the ground? These world a bunch of idiots. And stinky muskrat, listen, I know the government watches, and it says I put evidence in front of on this channel that the law enforcement watch this channel. That probably has a lot to do with why it was my house, my farm, this ministry was SWAT raided by the pigs, people in government. These one happened to be state troopers, kidnapped my daughter, shot my son, and concuss me just because I have SWAT training, because I used to be a pig, doesn't mean I'm going to use that second. Remember, First Amendment, Congress shall establish no law prohibiting. These are all God-protected rights, by the way, and nothing will come of, no weapon formed against. I am the word light, aletheia. Oh, great, Sharon's here again. MAGA means Make America Great Again, which means High Priest of the Satan Church. Good job, right on time with your stupid selection. Already reelected and going to pull this fake national emergency. So go ahead and put one more in there, you MAGA idiot. That's High Priest of the Satan Church. Nothing in Scripture says get better. He doesn't say peace. He says he's going to bring a sword of vision. Those who call out for peace and safety, sudden destruction will come upon those MAGA Zionist idiots. Trumpers. They were changed in the twinkling of an eye. He never did say Creepy Joe. He decorates his house with Satan, the transgender Jesus born in the winter. Christ was born when the sheep were in the shepherds were in the field with the sheep. Sharon, you've been in here before. So flag your shadow ban. Burn that bitch. The flag, not her. You have the right. We don't kill people in other countries, women and children, so you have to or not. It's not about freedom. It's about rights. Remember, we talked about the constitutional God-given. It's about the right to choose. So she wants to be a MAGA idiot. Vessels of wrath, vessels of mercy, fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. This, Teresa's transgender, hell, commander of, look at your name. Define the word hell, and we'll see if you have any busos. Isn't that ironic? Or get the TARDIS out of here, Hades, or whatever. Define now. Give me definition 100%, or you're out of here. I won't give you a second chance. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't supping with vipers. Sharon, you got one more chance. Produce fruit, or you're out of here too. We throw 18,000 people out of here a week sometimes, so I'm not here to gain anything from you. I'm not here to be nice. Be nice means to be stupid. You just don't have any definition. You go after probably a transgender Jesus, just like Donald Trump. Well, fuck you, veteran. Just hold your shit. We are the swine of this earth. Nothing more filthy than a veteran. You're fucking, I hope you're not an idiot. Realize what we've been doing and didn't fall for that bullshit. Commerce wars, bullshit. Anyways, listen, produce some fruit there, Sharon. We'll see. Burn that damn flag. Veterans like this guy don't go over and kill if he went over to the desert to anything and kill women and children, so you can't have a fucking right to bend at a knee. Fuck that. I support Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. We didn't go over there and kill fucking women and children, go over there go over the desert. Not just women and children, brother. Battle dress uniform, military fatigue. Men just fucking yes men like these fucking pig troopers over here. Pigs. He's a pig. I used to be a pig myself. People in government. 40% of this population are pigs. And if you lick this boot, just like Donald Trump loves fucking cops, doesn't he? Yeah, you're going to take the guns, remember? Mr. Badman Orange with this red flag gun law. You just can't keep up because you just love the circus. Pretty soon it's going to be aliens in the sky. God didn't create one alien. Never has, never does it say anyone. A Nephilim is a bully, not some giant. There were giants, but no aliens. UFOs are technology that Tesla and Trump, Donald, remember his uncle John, has had, that's been here since time immemorial. But you're just perused by the show, and they will pull a fake ritual, and you're going to fall for it. And so will the population, like his fake fucking national emergency. Nobody does any math. Nobody pays attention to the numbers. A computer is not anything other than a math problem. You fucking people are idiots. You'll fall for anything. Their God is not in the sky. In heaven, when God created in Genesis, I am the light. Before all this, it was all created with, he spoke all this into existence, dark and light. Hello. Did you listen in school at all? The United States is the greatest country in the world. Okay, see, Sharon finally spewed her fucking nonsense. It took you a long time, boy. That's all you came up with. Bye, Sharon. I already recognize you. So when you come in here again, we'll just ban you. I don't permanently ban anybody because we'll know you by your fruit. All right, bye, Viper. Swine. Filthy rags. The United States is the most filthy, fucking disgusting ever country to walk this rock. 1,000 military bases. Even Rome didn't have that. 180 countries. Fuck you, idiots that support this taxation. No taxation without representation. It's a corporation, you fucking idiots. You're dead to them. They don't give a fuck. All crimes in this corporation called America are crimes of commerce. Just because you don't know your constitutional rights, just because you don't know how to think judo. I used to be a fucking pig. Used to be a fucking filthy veteran. Say something else there. Ha ha ha, laughing, you fucking stupid fuck. I hope you're just laughing at the fucking your stupidity of the decision you made. Hopefully, I don't know when you join. Kill women and children so people could stand on a fucking X. Fuck you. Destroy other nations and make them pay for oil. They never did find any weapons of mass destruction. Gaddafi was look what he was doing over there in the desert. Tell me, speak up, soldier. Give me some vernacular. Don't give me some alien dialectus here. No such as alien. Let me see if you're a veteran. I'll know from your, speak up. Yeah, you ain't no soldier. You ain't got no reaction time. You're slow. You're drag ass. You know that? 8 up. You know what? You're 16 up. You're twice as fucking 8 up as the rest of them, soldier. Move out, draw fire. Carry on as you were. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't no veteran. Ha ha ha. Laugh at fucking dead women and children in other countries. Dying in the streets of America, huh? We're going to send our fucking money over there. Fuck you, you swine. Proud veteran, I can tell. Oh, fucking jerking off over there. Probably some stolen valor. I'm serious, brothers and sisters. I apologize for cursing. I don't have. Go back 8 months from my house is swatted. They shot my son, kidnapped my daughter, and hit me in the fucking face. I was Metro, LAPD. I certified my SWAT training, Special Weapons and Tactics, Special Reaction Team cert training in Hawaii. Where Metro is the LAPD, that's the law enforcement certification where I received in Honolulu. And I'm not proud of any of it. It's allowed me to stand now with, take a fucking concussion gain in the face, and army throw in the room. It stuns everybody, makes your vision. It's hard to even fucking walk or talk, and it hit me right in the face with it. Fucking pigs, swine. And they haven't done anything since then because I have all the legal. I know my constitutional rights. Fuck you, pigs. I have I remember affirmative defense to protect myself from your illegal prosecution. I know my constitutional rights. You can't take. I'm not a fucking corporation. I'm not Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not Walmart. I'm not afraid of you. I say to you, they're in this room, brothers and sisters. They watch this channel. I've shown for evidence of discovery so people can know they're in here. Law enforcement monitors, Predestined for Light, High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries. Now it's the same channel, and they're in here, and I don't give a fuck if they're in here at all. I don't fear them. They're just Chuck E. Cheese to me. They don't have any authority. They're not operating that original Title 18. Any crimes, I don't give a fuck if it's fed, state, county, has to be under Title 18. No revised statute. That's commerce. All this bullshit with all this code, criminal statute is original Title 18, adjudicated through the House, Congress, Senate, judicial, legislative, and executive branches. All this revised statute is when this was turned into a corporation. So they'll criminally convict you if you're stupid enough to fucking say you're in capital letter A's, because broad is the way that leads to hell. And narrow is the way that leads oligos fine. So I'm not a capital letter name, and I never will allow them to try to arrest my body and say that I'm not, because that's how you have to do it. You have to say that you're that so you can get paid to get ass raped and eat cock meat sandwiches and then send the rest of the money to Ukraine. It's sick. You pay for your own ass raping under all crimes in America are crimes of commerce, because those are all revised statutes, criminal code. All those were added after sub statutes. Anything that is under the statute or subsection is not adjudicated through those three constitutional, judicial, legislative, and executive process. Therefore, they're not constitutional. There's only one article court in the whole fucking United States, just one single location that has the ability to operate in a capacity of a judicial court under the original Title 18 statutes, not sub-statutes. There's a first and a third and a fourth. There's only 3 article courts. The first is administrative. That's what all these ones are around the United States. They're not operating in a judicial capacity. They've added this commerce. That's your ass raping. You pay when you go in there and you go under the merchant law. It's all done under the maritime, then the galley, all that bullshit. It's back to the queen. It's back to serfdom. You just don't know. You're uneducated, and that's okay. Maybe you're picking it up. Probably most people don't even understand it. I sometimes ask myself, how was I in law enforcement? I have obviously a pretty high degree of understanding of how the process of the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, most people can't even say any of it. They don't know like one thing in scripture, and they know 500 playlists of songs. They can tell you every sing and every, I don't know what their genre is. That's sick, and Constitution, same way. They can't quote any of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, or any of the Bill of Rights. They don't even understand how this was all set up, why this was such an independent system from anything that's ever been done before. Was a blessed nation because there was a process. There were checks and balances. Just couldn't democracy this shit with two-party. That's mob rule. That wasn't, this country was not a democracy. That's what it is now. It's actually not a democracy. It is. It's a commerce. It's a corporation. There's no America going on here. That got lost back in the 1800s when they turned this into this rape cage bullshit where you pay to get ass raped and eat cock meat sandwiches and send them into custody, this time to Iran and Israel. It's sick. Donald Trump knows this shit. That motherfucker's as sick as it gets, man. Decorate your house with a pig, transgender Jesus, Apollyon, all this government bullshit. And that's what he's telling us, brother, sis. Don't sup with vipers. He said, you knew I was a snake before you let me in. And then he said, don't cast your pearls before swine. Who do you think elected him or selected him? Campaign funded him. The corporation, you fucking idiots. He is the corporation. He's the head of it. Him and Stinky Muskrat. Look at they're doing their thing, guys. Whatever. All right, moving on. So they're going to pull their bullshit when he steps into office. You didn't pay attention. A dozen years ago, I put out a video here exposing Mr. O'Vomit 44. Remember his tower? He dropped 3. Trump dropped 3 with Tesla technology and the pop with their free fall. That tower is built to be dropped. 302 and 38 building 7, CIA headquarters 7 into one transgender single building, and Barry signed it at the top. You're just too, that was an occult ritual to the abyss, to the pit ritual that they're about to do, and probably it's not going to be long after that he takes office, and he won't. He'll step down under this emergency order that he declares national, that they flew all these fucking Venezuelan and all these other people. I don't have anything with no nations. We're all one race, the human race. But there's people who have very nefarious out of some of these groups of people, groups of Chinese, groups of Venezuelans, gang, all these MS-13, they've all been coming over for decades. They've allowed this bullshit. He was going to supposedly build the greatest wall. Instead, he got the greatest jab. Boom, #1 selling drug dealer on this rock, Donald Trump, with his #1 selling $2.2 trillion Pfizer jab, soliciting the American public for a fake, novel coronavirus, novel is man-made, AIDS, remember, Fauci, SARS, or was it MERS? Oh, yeah, novel. Corona is the common cold, scientific name. Nobody will do any research. A virus is not alive. Oh, my God, we're all going to die. Fake, because it's created in the national emergency bullshit. That the survival rate, if you got it, 100% got it, not if, and you had a clean bill of health, no existing conditions, the survival rate was 99.8%. That's not a national emergency. And robbed the American public of 2.2 and the future generations. Expanded the debt larger, not only the #1 drug dealer, but the #1 spending president. And even his buddy Joe and Kamala Akbar, the cackling Kamala heresy, camel toe, whatever. She got a lot of, he or she, I don't know, you tell me. But anyways, they're all on the same team. And even Barry and Joe and Kamala couldn't outspend Trump. He will go down as the #1. He's the last president. He said, watch, because he's going to step down as soon as he takes off. He has to. Once you declare this national, he did it. Well, this is a live exercise. They did it last time. Remember, with Fauci and all that. AIDS is not AIDS. Oh, a virus not alive. Do you have any medical background? Do you have any studying? Can you apply any first aid, a tourniquet? Could you put in an IV? Do you have any medical training? Anything? CPR, anything? Clear the throat and tilt the head. Okay, never mind. Apologies. I'm going back, snapping in my own days. Hey, you better put your guts back in your fucking body until the lights and sirens, hopefully not the paddy wagon shows up corner. I've done it, so I'm not going to let them fool me. I'm a veteran. You have to cover your eyes and ears. There's not no fucking national emergency. Where were all the decontamination stations? And we're all like, those needles, the jab, they have those little boxes, biohazard. Come on, the bio. These people are fucking idiots, and they did it last time. So, yeah, survival rate, 99.8%. If you 100% got it and you had a clean bill of health, it was meant to take out with people with existing conditions, people that were on the system, brothers, sisters, a drag on the money. And it took out the middle class really nice. And I'm so glad that I stood up, and now I apologize. My son has been so targeted because of his dad. But I held protests during the fake fucking emergency, going, fuck you, I'm a veteran, I stood, and not this fucking bullshit. We wear a mask, so you have choice, not fucking freedom, rights to choose. The Constitution is about God-given right to choose. You can't make anybody do. You can't fucking, that's medical rape. You can't put anything in anybody's body, brothers, sisters, or tell somebody what they like in their fucking ear, or their taste in music. Bullshit. You don't know the rights of this land since the beginning of time. You can't fucking encroach on a man's body. Stop, somebody. Fucking, what is this serfdom out there when you're through that? Fuck that. You have the right to travel. You can't fucking force nothing on no man or no woman. That's fucking medical rape if you do it in any way. You force that A, there's a hole in an A and there's a hole in a B, or A hole in a B hole. That's what we do to Father's word. We rape it. We make our own and give it, put it in any A hole, B hole we can find. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we do. That's called, remember, she cheated on him, right? Israel. She made up her own Shem, jot, tittle. He said, don't change any of these things. Don't add to any of your jot. Those are letters, or I don't know. These are only for who has an eye to hear. But we're not, brothers and sisters. They've done all this now, and they know all this. This is a corporation, not a constitutional republic. There are God-given rights that cannot be taken from you since the beginning of time. The right to travel freely, not free. Free is free. There's no such thing as free will, and there's no such thing as luck. So if you're one of these people, you think in free will and luck, you probably think that God's in the sky. And that's why God divorced his bride Israel. Remember, putting herself in his a-hole and b-hole. Well, the letter changing, the Shem, the Agape, forcing their own self on that. It's a Shem, so I'm trying to tell you his word, 613 statutes, commandments, which was the law. So, yeah, I hope you're keeping up here. Again, I'm not trying to change a goat into a sheep here, brothers. It's not possible to fool the elect. 144 is proof of all flesh this time, not just Aaron and Levite. Hallelujah. No other gospel, no other pastor teaching you that. It's fulfillment of the covenant that will return, and it won't be just Aaron and Levite. Hallelujah. Not just it mirrors the time of the 12 houses of Israel. Remember, the 10 horns gave up their power and authority to the beasts. Which beast is that? There's many beasts in scripture. So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. The beast is the pigs, people in government. The people come swatted in my house when I have the evidence. I thought this was, guilty until proven innocent. No, that's bad man orange. We're going to take your fucking guns and then prosecute you later. No, they prosecuted my ass, and fucking Dan even looked at the evidence. Rogue gang of fucking thug pigs running around the state of Oregon. Whoop, 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 red alert. They'll fucking swat your house, try to come kill you, and if you have the armor of God, I'm still here today. I've suffered a stroke, my eyes all fucked up. I can't believe how bad. I'm starting to get some weird shit going on. I apologize, brothers, just for all the cursing, but when you get your house swatted by, and you have all the evidence. See, remember Editor Smith was Bad Man Orange, Mr. Red Flag Gun Law. He'll like a veteran. Let's say I'm sitting there and I have my shiny, collection of my Second Amendment items, and I might use my First Amendment, I might just sit there. I might just have somebody fucking snowflake. No, listen, motherfucker, he has the right to own. No, we're not going to, quit clogging up his line. This is an open carry state. Fuck you, shut up, listen to me. No, they shouldn't tell that to the people on the line. He has a Second Amendment right. Stop clogging up this line. No, we're not going to file a complaint. Oh, no, that's what they do. And now they're going to go out. You're open carrying. And, some Joe sees you. And, yeah, that's how this bad man orange does this red flag gun law. Oh, he's a risk because he has something that we don't want him to have, and we want him so that we're the government, just like Mexico, just like Australia, just like all these, and we'll control the whole fucking show from here on out. And that's what they're going to do. I see it clear as bell because he is a bell ball, Satan, transgender Jesus. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They said they're going to go to every house. He said it now twice. They're always declared 2 witnesses. He did it during his fake national emergency. Said he was going to bring the National Guard to your door. Now they've taken in the National Guard, all the militaries, and can use them as a law enforcement capacity. So they're going to overwhelm this country. I see it. But then there's going to be fake aliens and bullshit. And it's going to get good, brother, sister. I hope you're prepared for what it is they're going to do this national emergency. For sure. He said twice that they're going to do this as soon as he takes over the Venezuelans and all the people they flew in, and the fake fucking, and fentanyl's not fake, but he's in cahoots with the dragon. Remember, I love China. I'll never forget what this man said, ever. He said, I'm inventing a microscopic line of camels and I'm sparing no expense. So he could be more blasphemous. I never heard a man say anything so more blasphemous to I am Shem, the love of my life. Here on this rock, it's written on my heart. It can be written on paper, but it's in my heart. He put it in the book of Colossians 2:14. He blotted out that physical. Now I'm just here from above, just dying daily to self and taking up my cross daily, just doing what he said. Don't boast because but woe if you don't. Prepare you either way, brothers, sisters. Prepare you either way. Last time I looked, Israel, the army's fake fucking Israel, was at about 11 miles or 12 miles from Agape. And if you know anything about on that map where that's at, you'd have an eye to see what I'm saying. You'd know your biblical history. You'd been studying cultures, customs. You know that in that book, Israel's not someplace on this rock. Remember, it's not just Aaron and Levite, but all flesh, 144,000. Hallelujah, brothers, sisters. Thank you for this being to be able to teach her, Father, be able to teach these that have a ear to hear, those that you remove the apocalypse, the lifting of their scales, it just says in Scripture. No, my dad died being Nimrod. Remember, Ross? He was Santa. So we did say, "Come, Lord Jesus, pray like the heathens, be our guest." That's the only time I ever heard my dad say Jesus. But he dressed up as the transgender Jesus in school, and so although it did avoid a few contact, it didn't matter where I grew up, but people kind of dug that, if your dad's Satan, Nimrod, Santa, Krampus, the one who ate his kids, people dug that. My dad was a big motherfucker. He like 500 pounds, over when he died. So he made a perfect Satan, if you will. He was shaped. He had hands, sausage fingers, so he was big. He didn't have he was 500 pounds. He didn't have fat. He wasn't fat at all at 500 pounds. He was just fucking huge. He's probably, I think he was 6'7" before he bent in half like a taco, should have never walked again, and walked out the fucking hospital because he said, "Father." And that's when I felt Father with him, because we did talk about one time other than praying like heathens every night, when we go to bed. Now I lay me down, is all that heathenistic bullshit. He was a good dad. He really was. I don't think he knew. He didn't ever read Jeremiah 10. Hear what the Lord saith Israel. Do learn not the ways of the heathens, and all these heathenist prayers and all these things that we did. The word says 140,000 male virgins. Yes, those who didn't defile themselves with women know what you're talking about. Cephas. So the word I am, he spoke all this into existence. I am light and dark. The elect. It used to be 12 houses. He split remember the kingdoms, 10 houses, horns, tribes. It was Jeremiah, Judah. Didn't succumb. Thank you for your right on time, Father. Your time is impeccable. Jeremiah and Judah, we didn't succumb to the transgender Jesus and putting fucking A-holes and B-holes and worshiping transgender Jesus God in the middle of the winter and celebrating birth, which we're not supposed to celebrate. Learn not the way, heareth what the Lord say. Jeremiah 10, heareth the Lord what to say, O Israel. Learn not the ways of the heathens. Learn not be not dismayed at the ways of the signs of the firmament. The stars could be corrupted. Heaven is not above your head. In Genesis, when he created the heaven and earth, it's not above your head. It's not below your feet. Psalms 19, the firmament declares his handiwork. Remember, continue to read that ecliptic plane I've been telling you about. It's all declared on that line, day after day, night after night, like a clock. Tells time, doesn't I need to say anything, points out a number and tells time. So, right? People are idiots, brothers and sisters, have no celestial understanding. So, there is 18 houses. Get the fuck out of here, you idiot. 12 houses of Israel, all flesh. 12 times 12,000 is 144. Just like at the time, Miriam, you're so fucking far off in your own world. Goodbye. It has to match, brothers and sisters, exact. Notice this is what I said. He didn't say 1201 because Jeremiah and Judah didn't succumb to idolatry when Ahab married Jezebel. Sons of God came into traditions of men. Mammon. Remember, they didn't defile themselves with mammon. Know a little bit, but just blasphemy, go off their own. That was not aliens. That wasn't fallen angels. That's when Ahab, who is a man of God, followed the 613 statutes, commandments, the law, didn't defile and hold where the wages of sin. 613 statutes, commandments. It's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, and Deuteronomy. People call it a Bible, but that's scripture, and that it was the law, the Jewish law. I don't do these idiots. They're just all in their own little. It don't matter, brothers and sisters. Those have an ear to hear. Continue. So, Father, again, I am. No flesh hath to birth a vessel under this. Before this was God. Before this, remember, this is Israel. Before all this time, and we went on the teaching of. I went on this because Krampus, Santa, Satan, my dad was still Nimrod. All these same things back then. My Father is not in the sky. He's in me and will never leave us, brothers and sisters. Where there are 2 or 3 gathered in my Shem, my Agape, that is your vessel. That is your temple. He will never leave you. He's not anywhere going to go anywhere. That is his promise. That is not mine. I'm telling you, that's what he says. So he will return. Man, My eye's getting really bad. I need to stop touching it. Okay, I apologize, guys. Can normally keep this crap under control. Okay, so he had to birth this Vesca Pisces this age, brothers, sisters, and that's why he sent his vessel, because before it was 12 houses, but they only followed the Shem, the I am, and when Ahab, who followed the Shem, 613 statutes, commandments, not some religion, the law, and he did, but when he married Jezebel, because he does not want us to yoke, equally yoked, not one above other, or not, we have to be equally yoked, okay? And in this case, man is head of the household, and the woman shut the fuck up in the church back then. Not literally, I apologize, I'm speaking some more, and I apologize for using this with this lesson, because you can go find 8 or 9 months ago, I didn't curse once and taught for thousands of hours, but this is the reality we live in. When Ahab married Jezebel, it wasn't aliens, wasn't fallen angels. Nephilim is the word bully. There is giants. They were in the land of the Anunnaki, because this continues in this lesson. The land of Anak is the Anunnaki. Those are giants, not Skywalker, Anakin, or Darth Vader, or anything above our head. That is what they fooled everybody with, because if everybody thinks heaven's above their head, then they're going to think it's space. Why do they fly ships in space? I wonder. They're dropping off payloads to do the show, the big show, brothers, sisters. Elon, if you notice, all these rockets go like this. They don't go up and go up. It's back to the lesson. He had to birth this vessel. I am flesh in the vessel to fulfill all flesh. It was, hey, Ahab married Jezebel. Sons of God came in the women of men. Not fallen, an angel is a messenger. There's no wings. There we go again, thinking something's fucking coming out of the sky. There's nothing. A fallen is not from heaven, is not above their head. He fell from lightning from heaven to earth. Heaven is not above your head. Earth is not below your feet. People mess this one thing up. It makes them believe in this whole thing that there's going to be something from above. Above means as is above, so is below. On earth as it is in heaven. We're here, brothers and sisters. He's with us. He will never leave you. That is his promise. He sent his son to fulfill the flesh. And when he returns, we will be. Shiloh will return. You figure it out. I know exactly what's coming. I'm not a prophet. That is the word teacher. He did birth me as 13. Scorpizzo, the Scorpius, the false teacher. But that's my mom and dad, made me. My dad is just, remember Nimrod. I'll get back to this. You hope you understand where this is going. My father is in heaven, and that's not above my head. And he's never going to leave me, and I know that, and I'm always never truly, I have this armor that will protect me. Even when the state police came to try to kill me that day, he kept me here, still, so I can still be this vessel and not have wrestle not against flesh. Paul said, he said, through it, it's always word. He says these things, it's always in me. And because he made me seek this. If I did not call out to their hearts to seek after me, this guy shouldn't be monetized with the way he talks. Report. Well, guess what? Hold on. Let's show. Don't moderate that idiot out of here so he knows, so we can just make these people understand it. Fear no man who can take your flesh. They all report. Let's go to the police report, you idiot. The feds are in this channel. Law enforcement's in here, and for your safety, they're loyal to the foil. I know, tinfoil in your tinfoil hat. They're with your conspiracy bullshit. I'm sure. Conspiracies of the CIA. Fuck the CIA. Central Intelligence of assholes. They're all Chuck E. Cheese. They're knuckle up. The Most High. Don't dwell in houses made by hand. You come in this house and report. Well, hold on. Don't go anywhere. We got a warning for you. So for your knowledge, for your busos, you have any busos? This guy. I'm not a guy. I am Pastor Revelation, arrested under the name Revelation. Report. Call. Hey, listen. Go ahead. Get out of here, dipshit. All crimes are crimes of commerce. So look at here. Oh, I know, you think it's fucking funny, they're cackling Kamala Harris, camel toe. Mr. Werner, and just make sure you say and scream my name loud as you can. Bitch, that's my bitch, right down there at the Lake County 4th Article Territorial Court, where the chief of finance fronting as a Chuck E. Cheese head or whatever his Walmart face is. Oh, yeah, he's a chief of finance. He isn't operating in a judicial capacity. I know my constitutional rights, so just hold on there. Yeah, he's my bitch. He's saying my name, but not all in capital letters. And on this report, you can't say my name in capital letters because all crimes are crimes of commerce. I guarantee you, laughing ass, tinfoil, motherfucking wearing hat, your name on your birth certificate is in all capital letters. So is your card. You're a fucking card. You think this is funny in a game, but they've birthed your merchant number, and you, if you get locked up, loyal, in American prison, you're going to pay to eat cock meat sandwiches, get double fucking stuff, cock so fucking fat that this dude's splashing your fucking cum and blood, and you're probably going to have to end up in the hospital. It happens, you know, and Bob's up there and they got you like a rocking horse. And he's like, yeah, and they serious, you pay for that because you're a commerce corporation, and all crimes in America are crimes of commerce. So you can't keep up with this. Report this shit. The government is already fucking in here, dumbass. The people in this county have been, I've been on this government's ass for 30 fucking years. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. 2 cheeks to the same hole there, asshole. Yeah, 2 wings to the same dragon. Who are you going to report it to? The Democrats or the Republicans? Oh, cops? They're all pigs, people in government. All pigs. Clown cops? Okay, so report. They're in here, dumbass. They're listening to your fucking ass. Your evidence now, just so you know. Father's watching you. Who gives a fuck about who's watching me? Father is watching, and he knows my intentions are, dumbass. Good for you. Keep wasting your life. Okay, bye-bye. I don't have to listen to you anymore, so I'll teach off your... Brothers and sisters, this is how this works. You're supposed to be standing against this corporation called America because God made it a constitutional republic. They did this. Mammon brought it back to this serfdom, to the queen, merchant number. You're birthed by this number, and it's called a card. Social Security. It's a credit to your name in all capital letters, and so they're in here for your safety. They swatted my house, so if you're afraid of pigs, go to church or something. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not afraid of anything. I only fear that I'm not following Father's, and I'm doing His will and my own pornea, idolatria. But I know I'm not already peaked. He's using me. They came to kill me. They couldn't, like Lavoy Finicum. They pulled another Lavoy Finicum. Go look at the case of Lavoy Finicum. They shot that man on his way to John Day, and they tried to do it here. Oregon will hire their SWAT team to come out and just fucking take people out. It will go to a Supreme Court or whatever. There'll be indictments. They're not going to get away with this. Morlegas, puny number of ways from time is irrelevant, from days maybe, from this being out of the county. They've tried. They can't do anything and already subrogated everything under that hearing for when the attorney, he stepped up the case. He's like, fuck, I can't do this, and quit after 6 months. That's a clear Miranda and Sixth Amendment violation. See, I know my constitutional rights. You know what I'm saying? You can do that, Tasty Dolphin, but please listen to me, and I don't call for arms because I'm educated and I use my constitutional rights. I don't need to kill anybody to dissolve the corporation. I already subrogated between probably $64 billion in the case in a hearing. I've already gone on this, shown you that they should have granted my demand for motion of removal of counsel. I didn't pay for fucking Phil Studenberg. He's a dumb fuck when we went into the hearing that day. Well, Mr. Werner wants me to fire me. I can't fire a fucking attorney I don't pay for, you fucking idiot. That's another inadequate counsel. Miranda violation. He did it right in open court. You can't fire an attorney you don't pay for, brothers, sisters. This is the counsel after 6 fucking months after swatting my house, steps up and says, oh, I don't want to do that because he knows he can't. He's not even from the county. There's been from day one problems with counsel. My counsel was my son's counsel. That's it. The case is over. Yeah, he counseled me. My son's counsel, Dan Spencer, counseled me, gave me counsel, and I have proof of it all. They just used to ass raping you guys. 98.5% of you guys take a plea, and you do, and you plead, oh, give it to me deep, Big Bob, and let me eat cock meat sandwiches, because you don't know that the Constitutional Republic was taken away. And all these courts and all these crimes in America, the corporation, are crimes of commerce, not under the original adjudicated legislative and executive branches through our House, Congress, and Senate. This is a very unique country, brothers, sisters. It used to be serfdom, Queen's Law, can't go to their land. That's fucking bullshit. That was never right, and God doesn't like that. You've always had the right to travel, unabated, warrantless search or seizure. Nobody can push anything on you, brothers, sisters. Nobody can push no, they can't. They can't. And that's, God doesn't like, see, that's one above another. Go back to the Christmas lesson. God fulfilled all flesh under this covenant. So all this corporation bullshit, that's not constitutional. That's not God protected. So you fucking want to eat cock meat sandwiches, judge that should be judged. You go as a corporation, and when you face the Father, he said, hey, I gave you the right. You needed to stand up, speak up as I did to the perversion of the law as he did. So you don't understand it. That's not to me. That's probably why he made me a filthy pig and a veteran. So I know these things. So I understand commandments and I understand law. And he put me here, and I've done peak. So I'm going to continue to wrestle not against flesh. He said, don't worry about who can take your flesh. Only worry who can take your soul. I always go with Luke 12:11. Oh, you without counsel. Not worry what what you shall say. I will give you the answer. So seriously, I've used it, every time I go there, because they haven't been able to provide me actually any counsel under my Fifth Amendment. Thank you, common law. Thank you, common law, which is natural law, which is organic law that's been here since the time immemorial, brothers, sisters. You can't accost a man unless he's committed a crime. You can. It's got to be person-on-person crime. If there's no person, you have the right to face your accuser. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Ross. Beautiful. Fucking hey, that's so awesome. Love you, brother Ross, for coming in and saying that. So Christ didn't have to slap a license on the back of that ass, brothers, sisters. Okay, hear me? What I'm saying? Come on, guys. Take your merchant number back and stand up for your rights. Don't be violent. Okay, where are you at there? Notice First Amendment comes first, Second Amendment comes second, right? Bullets. No, you step over. That's what they did to me. Violated my rights, came here and shot me. That's why they'll all be indicted and go to prison for kidnapping my daughter. I have no fear. Every day I wake more confidence knowing I just need to push a little bit further, and he's going to take over. I'm not even thinking I will even have to go to trial. I think these people are all just going to be federally. Brothers, sisters, there's so much, and I don't want none of it. There's so much money in this case. There's so much, and I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it. That's how they look at you, as a merchant number. You're just money. That man who gets convicted of rape, or that pedophile is convicted under crimes of commerce. That is sickening. Sickening. All crimes, pedophile. Well, they separate them and when they throw them into a rape cage, but normally they keep them away from general pop. And if they end up in general pop, it almost takes care of itself every time. So, brothers, sisters, you have constitutional rights. They can't be taken. We, the people, form this government. We are the rights to elect them, and they're rogue. So back to somebody saying we need to form. Yes, you need to form communities. Start growing food. You want to know how to fuck the government? It's good to have protection. So it's good to use your rights, your First Amendment right. Remember, Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech and of the press and of religion. Okay, these are all constitutional, God-given rights. You have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your houses, papers, persons, and effects. No warrantless search or seizure. Remember, that gives you all that right to be common law. You can move around. You can feed yourself. Nobody can fucking have to. You got to fucking pay to build on your own fucking property. You pay a permit. Fuck you. You don't have the permission. This is all ungodly, all uncommon law on state. National is going before this commerce corporation, brothers, sisters. That is a route, but I don't have to, because where'd that person go? Who said common? Somebody knows what they're talking about. A to Z. Holy shit. How about A to J? No. Well, J was the last letter added to the English alphabet, not to Z, but thanks for coming in. And then you got this prick right here, David, and he was a lion from the tribe of Judah, was more worried about this fucking hat, man. That's the problem, brothers, sisters. This motherfucker probably don't have no water filter. Couldn't even go common law, walk around without fucking trying to kill somebody just to get some water in his belly or food. Never gone a day without. Probably diabetic, hooked up on all these sugar holidays, and probably don't got one single callus on his hand, and probably wouldn't make it a day. Be bitching and whining and screaming and crying that his body belly aches and lost his mind. His head, he ain't thinking with it about 8 hours. You go to what's called hangry. You go from hungry about 4 or 5. I've done this. I've seen mob rule is what's going on here, brothers and sisters. These kind of idiots are not going to be ready for what's coming. Supply chain shortages have already been a thing. All these things, sword, famine, pestilence, and beast, that's all in scripture. So they'll see it coming. No, they won't. And they will be picking up like low hanging fruit, just like their fake national fucking emergency. People who had existing conditions did not get taken out. That's not a national emergency. If 99.8% survival rate, you 100% got the virus, which was novel corona. How do we know it was working? 99.8% go to 99.9. That's not a national emergency. It's good I'm not old school. I fucking cut those motherfuckers' heads off. Yep. Trump and Fauci, them fake fuckers. Fake emergency. That shit down their neck, too. I would stop. I don't want anything coming out of that body. No way. But don't worry, brothers and sisters. Remember, First Amendment comes first. Second Amendment comes second. I won't be violent. I've never called for violence. They can make whatever they want to say out of this case. But if you have to look at, I've already a challenge of Demir, challenge all the discovery and all the evidence in this case. I know this case. I know the Constitution. The government fears people like me, brothers and sisters. If you grow a fucking tomato plant, I don't have a wife. I don't have a, some people say I don't have a life. Why are you on here? This is my job. I'm standing up for your rights. Okay, so I don't have a wife or girlfriend, and don't worry about my life. I get fucked every day by the government. So I don't need to worry about you. Keep your relationship yours. I'll keep mine. But if you like fucking the government, you can grow a tomato plant in non-genetically modified, open pollinated, and that'll make 1,000 seeds. See, they create these supply chain shortages. You could actually get a piece of land and, yeah, small piece of land and get some chickens and not eat these. That's not chicken. I could wash my car with that fucking thing, that thick shit patty, whatever. It says like a chamois. Seriously, brother, it's just, that ain't chicken. That's like a turkey breast. Anyways, I sold food for a long time. Organic, free-range chicken, gold medallion pork, all wild-caught seafood, no farm-raised, all traceable, trackable. I know a little bit about meat. This suit, it ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. Wrestle not against flesh, he said. These motherfuckers couldn't skin a buck, run a trout line. They go out there, cut the piss sack, turn that deer into a, yeah, more people go a little deer in the woods, but not me. But that deer into a hamburger, piss sack all over, ruin it. Couldn't set a trout line, couldn't skin a buck. Pretty sad. Watch out for these people. After about 8 hours from going hungry to angry, they go hangry, and then their heads are off. They're not thinking with their head anymore. They're just thinking with their gut because they've never had empty, motivated house, or they're motivated by empty mouse weight at home. They've never had those, empty mouths sitting there screaming and crying, and now you're your neighbor and they don't give a fuck. Just theirs too. They're done. They can't think straight. They're thinking with their gut. And so be ready. I'm just saying, fuck this government. Don't worry about the government. Who gives a fuck who watches you? God's always watched you. They're in here just so you know. But I don't care. Pigs, people in government don't fear me. They're just Chuck E. Cheese. They don't have any judicial authority. They're not operating in an Article 3 court, which is the only judicial court, one in America under the original Title 18 statute, judiciated through judicial, legislative, and executive. It's not that complicated, brothers and sisters. But that's the Constitution. That's why Father's laws too. Don't worry about it. We're not supposed to do anything other than, are you carrying your cross daily? That's all I know. That's out of Mara. That's what I teach on this channel. We can forget about everything. Are you carrying your cross daily? That's all you got to do. Do what he did. Carry your cross. Yeah, do that, Henry, if you can. I mean, if you can. It's not easy. I've done it by myself here for nearly 10 years. I live off the grid. I don't have my power. Do you want to get me charging up? All right, we're coming up here. Solar, wind, all that. That's, hey, you grow a tomato plant, you fucking have 1,000 seeds. That's a good way to fuck the government. Become your own power company. Now you're not, that's how you fuck the government. You're self-sufficient. They hate self-sufficient people, brothers. Go back to the ways of old. Who said that? Where you at, Ross? Go back, blaze the Oregon Trail. If you will. Get a Toyota. I'm forming an organization. All this money that's going to be coming into this organization or from this organization corporation through subrogation. Isn't that beautiful? The Constitution's so beautiful, isn't it, brothers and sisters? Protects our rights. God, through the 16 and 11 calculator, it has to go by the 1611 scripture, brothers and sisters, to have those numbers, or it doesn't pay out because it's credit, and they have violated our original constitutional rights. So there will be, either way with bonds, I told you, this case, there's so many bonds to be sued, and not the subrogation of the bond in the case. That's $64 trillion that was not going anywhere. The trial was vacated of capital letter Tracy Werner because I'm not capital letters. They can't take me. They're this close to. They can't because I already told them. If you guys have seen on the hearing, I put them in checkmate 4 times. I put them under notice liability, and that allows me under that subrogation to point out where all of that is justified. So it's just commerce, brothers, sisters. There's only one Article 3 court in the whole America, just one location. Everyone else, there's like 500 fake courts operating under a territorial administrative and then there's first, which is administrative, which is not judicial. So they're all faking as judges. They're all finance officers who work for, they're clerks that work for the chief of finance, which is the prosecuting attorney who starts all this capital letter, starts somewhere. It starts with the capital letter guy, the chief of finance, and he's just concerned to get you ass raped by Bob. He has no fucking, dude, I realize how brutal Ted Martin is now. I really do. That's why he's my bitch and he says my name, because he knows he's fucked. He can't take, I subrogated all this CFR case here in Oregon, revised statutes. It's all done. They're not going anywhere. I already called for change of venue, already challenged the judicial capacity of clerk Dave Vanderberg. Dave's not here. He's not a fucking judge. You guys, he's Chuck E. Cheese. He's Walmart is all he is. He's commerce. Just like Walmart's a subsidized corporation in Department with Homeland Security, John Napolitano, see something, say something. That's fucking Walmart, the ones who intern American citizens during World War II, the Waltons. So Trump's going to do it as soon as he takes office. They're going to start interning American citizens under Executive Order 11004. I don't give a fuck they don't give a fuck if you're American born. They got a new class society coming in here. They're not paying Americans, they're paying the other class. You're second class, brothers and sisters, because you're citizens. And citizens is part of the corporation. And they're about ready to do a change of, I'm putting in a change of venue. But they're going to change. All goes together, brothers and sisters. All this fake national emergency with aliens in the sky and shit's coming from up under the ground. Yeah, that's what Hobie said. Yeah, people. That's what I've been telling you. Nothing's coming from above your head. There's nothing. Remember, the Hobie man warned about a man in a red hat, so you might want to pay attention to who they're talking about. So, anyways, through subrogation in this hearing, all this dollars. I don't give a fuck about money. Fuck your money. I don't want money. I want my son to be able to have his fucking life back and his wife back. And this shit is bullshit. And I will continue to press daily. Are you still on here? Every day you're going to see me here until this is done. This is my job for this Constitution. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise, free speech of the press and religion. First Amendment first there, Turbo. Where'd that other guy go? You have the right to redress grievance. Notice the First Amendment comes first. Bullets come second. Remember? First Amendment first, Second Amendment second. So yes, you have the right to redress grievances. So come together, have a way to protect your garden, your chickens, your goats, your sheep. You're self-sufficient, well dug, and get away from people. Get well dug in. There's hailstones that are going to come 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 110, 10 and a half. Anybody want to get 101? Anybody 2 and a half? Anybody 5 and a 5? I get 7. What do you want me to auction off hailstones? I don't know what the hell. What's your hail plan? Anyways, this ain't an auction. This ain't a game to me. 129 and pound, 14 ounce. That's a talent, brothers, sisters. That's already in over your head. You just forget. Tonga Tonga, there's all these things that are going to come to pass. It says every jot, every tittle. So I don't care about this. I think our system is completely going to be changed over, and I'll be the one that was subrogating the corporation and whatever new system they'll have. I want it to be a part of it because I'll be self-sufficient. And I'll have been that stood in, and Father will pour out a just measure on me. And I will return it. Oh, heareth what the Lord saith to the spirits, so say unto the churches. Right? Israel. We need to go out and be charitable with our things, wise and patient, meek, and have extra oil so that our flight is not of the winter. We don't go back to our house or a store. We're not going back to these places when these things break down here soon. We already have extra teepee for our bunghole. That's oil. It's kind of a commodity, but hey, it is in America. It's not the first time they've done a teepee for your bunghole. This was not first time. They've done that before in other places, brothers and sisters. They're going to do this fake national emergency again with their pit ritual. And you had a messenger that sounded this shofar early enough so you'd have time. I can't, when this is upon you, warn you because it's already happening. I need to have you be a messenger, a watcher on the wall, an angel. I have to be able to tell you this early enough. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the angel. I'm just sounding the shofar. There is a cosmos, an orderly arrangements. It's all going by the jots and the tittles. So I don't care about these things, Jimmy Crack Corn. I don't wrestle against flesh. He said, worry about who can take your flesh. Only where it can take your flesh and your soul. So it's my soul that I'm concerned about because that's who I am. I am not this meat suit. I wasn't Tracy. That's why I don't even care what they say. That's not. I wasn't Tracy when my mom and dad made me. My father created me. Yes, they gave me Tracy, but I'm supposed to leave that. That was a birth. They birthed through this corporation. That wasn't intended. It's not constitutional, brothers and sisters. So I'm not going to go down in this span of time and space of not speaking up because Christ did. They perverted, made their own halakha and hangada. That is an oral and written law, a perversion from the Old Testament, Torah, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. After they didn't go into the wilderness and scout out the Anunnaki in the land of Anak, not Skywalker. Giants are real, brothers and sisters. Yes, they are. Aliens are not. UFOs are government shit. It's all Trump and Musk. All this is about to change, brothers and sisters. I hope you're ready. They have been blasting this out as loud as they can for you to see too, and you just have no spiritual eyes, celestial eyes, biblical eyes. You don't see the signs. There are biblical signs, spiritual signs, celestial signs, agricultural signs. I've given you the parable of the fig tree. I've given you the sign of Jonah over multiple times. I've given you the sign of Elijah now. The taking off, you must come out of her, my people. Leave in a flaming chariot. Hallelujah. You come back with eyes of fire, the voice of many waters. Remember, drink of the water from the deep water, and you will not thirst again, brothers. We are here. Go to the man with the water, pouring out the vessel, the water on age of Fomahawk, the fish. Pisces, deception. There is no deception. There is no time. There is no space. There is no death. Where one door closes, another one opens. I am eternal. I never end. I am revelation. I reveal this aletheia. I reveal the birth of the age, the birth of the line. I didn't do this. He did. He said, I am. And he is Christ is in me, not in the sky. Father is in me, not in the sky. He never will leave me. Where there are two or three gathered in my Shem, my Agape, there I will be. He is with me. My body is a temple. Do not boast, because you know. But he said, woe if you don't. So I do not want these blood on my hands, because I told you early enough, it's up to you to do this. He only gives the scales to be removed from when they are revealed, to reveal these aletheia, to remove the lies, the deception of the age of 2,600 years ago when he birthed fire to water, Vesca Pisces. Who's declared this celestial message? As he, through me, through his word, through being wise and looking up at this firmament, not space. Heaven is not above your head. God is not in the sky. You mess that up, you're going to fall for what they're about to do. Go walk the street. Do a man on the street. You create your own video blog and go ask people, where is God? Where do people go when they die? Where is heaven? They're all going to tell you the same thing. In the sky. They're all idiots. Celestial idiots, spiritual idiots, religious idiots. He doesn't dwell in temples, makes a house by hands. Twice. Hands. He told us, did he not, that the most, the M-O-S-T, high, because he does not dwell in houses or with flesh, the most high. I stick this in people's faces so they can see. The two witnesses declare that he doesn't dwell in my mark is not, that's my character. That is the word sin. Sin is to be off the mark, karak, or character. It's not a physical. This is physical, but this is not physical. What do you see? He said, don't worry about physical, but he did say twice that the Most High doesn't dwell in temples or houses made by hands, brothers, sisters. Decamai, mark, karak, character. Who's doing what? No, don't do that. Yeah. Wrestle not against flesh. Meek, he said, not weak. You can protect. Yes, you can. Fourth Amendment, remember, common law, all these things we're speaking about. We're supposed to stand up to this law. Are you wise as a serpent? Fight or flight. You got two options here. I choose to fight with my First Amendment, not second. They tried to come kill me, and that bounced back in their face. He poured out a just measure, and he will continue to pour out a just measure on these rogue state troopers for kidnapping my daughter. When this measure is poured out in a adjudicated court, we'll out of this court because change of venue has already been called for, demanded multiple times. They've already fled counsel, fled the trial of capital letter Tracy, Werner. I got this chief of finance down here, Ted Martin. Wow, I'm really like a filthy bitch he is. He's screaming my name in public. I'm trying to keep him under wraps, but hey, he is in a circuit or fourth article territorial court, non-judicial court in Lake County, Oregon. I got this bitch. How can he not be my bitch? He thinks he's so big and bad. He really has done a horrible, he will be indicted, I'm sure, for many, many decades, or, well, I don't know. I think in about 10 or 12 days, whenever this selection comes, all this shit's going to be wiped. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go like people think, brothers, sisters. Listen, brothers and sisters, appreciate your testimony here. When the whole world's going off a cliff, brother, they're running off a cliff. The whole world's going in that direction, and you're the only one going in the other direction. They're going to call you Noah, or call you conspiracy theorist, which is a CIA operative. CIA, the Central Intelligence of fucking assholes. Yeah, some Chuck E. Cheese corporation. They're going to tell you, the whole world's going off a cliff, run in that direction. The only one. They're going to call you conspiracy theorist like Noah. Bam! Remember the virgin. Remember the virgins. There was a door. Remember Noah. There was a door. There's going to be a wedding. Are you wise? Are you going to be going back to your store for your house, as he said not? Pray your flight be in the winter. I hope you understand this is a time to be girded in his service and not thinking of this world. Be in it, but be not of it. Be in the word, not of the world, brothers and sisters. Come out of her, my people. He said this. Do not partake in her unfruitful works of darkness. One bad apple upsets the whole apple cart. A little leaven, brothers and sisters. We are not to partake in any of this. Do not let them defile you. Stand in faith like Daniel. Wrestle not against flesh, Paul said. You understand? This life is only a flash in the pan. We are all eternal. There is no such thing as death. Do not be afraid of death. We are eternal. There is no such thing as time if we are eternal, correct? We never end, brothers and sisters. It's only a matter of, if you will, time, space, and dimension, okay? He will return after he burns this place with fire. You will never see him come to this rock until everything is burnt from above and below with fire. That is his promise of the rainbow, okay? Don't fall for this pride. Not one above another. We are all hados in the same narrow way. Hados to mean the same narrow way as Christ. Are you doing what he did? He said through Matthew, who shall ever come after me, let them deny themselves, that you, your eyes, pornea. He said, let no man take your crown. Crown is what happens after we die, brothers and sisters. Those are the heirs of the throne of heaven, that Paul said through much ellipsis. Remember, they threw that man off a cliff backwards. Old man, a lot older than me. They think of stoning is with a rock. First, the thing they do, they take you to the highest precipice in the land, a cliff, or go to a building and put you backwards, line you up, and throw you off backwards. That's a stoning. People don't study anything, brothers and sisters. That's what they did to Paul. They did that to that old man. And he was a mass murder of Christians. He killed Christians for a living. Remember, he was a church Pharisee. And I know his heart was rebuked. Father he rebuked his heart on the road to Damascus. He was never the same man again. He was rebuked, and he started walking in that repentance, and he just went out and taught the gospel, brothers and sisters. A lot of people want to take Paul's writing out of scripture, but Paul is the gospel. That old man is proof that we must go through fiery trials. So listen, they took that man up to, and shoved him off backwards, and he hit the ground. And in a stoning, brothers and sisters, it wasn't just these little river rocks. They came with like a big, large, like near, bowl. They take that down. If that didn't stop your heart or break your back and kill you, throw it off backward. This is a stoning. Ye without sin cast the first stone, brothers and sisters. Please listen. Understand, nobody will study any kind of history. So Paul was thrown off backwards. You know, that you come up and throw that big stone, and if that didn't take you out, brother, sister, they would come and not what your accuser got to throw the one down, you know. That's why he said, he without sin cast the first stone. This is very important you understand what a stoning is. People have no biblical historical record. They are religious idiots, brothers, sisters. They listen to some mammon, and that's fine. I'm not here to do anything other than do what Father has me to do. I'm just the vessel. He is the wind in my sail. He is my commander. So these words are his. This is historical record. This is what he took the time to have me trade time for knowledge so I can give this biblical understanding, historical understanding, not some religious nonsense. A stoning, they take you to the highest precipice, throw you off a building, wherever, the highest place in the county or land. If they didn't have that, then they would take you off a couple stories and throw you off backwards. Okay. And then they would have your accuser come in and throw a large, stone, if that didn't stop your heart, to try to aim down, and finish you. And then if that didn't, then everybody come in with 20 kilogram, near bowling ball size stones, brothers and sisters, and could finish you off. And they did that to Paul, brothers and sisters. So that's why a lot of my body has been crushed. They shot me in the fucking face, guys. I'm really having some hard time with my eye. It's really getting bad in I'm through the blood in my head. It's not anymore, but I don't know if it's tilting back. I don't taste it in my sinus. I mean, I know enough about, medicine and stuff, being veteran and law enforcement, first response and all that. But that's where people have come to me and like, dude, you're just in the zone, man. You don't realize you've had a concussion since the day 45 seconds after they came to your house. You've had a concussion and you don't want to face it. That's why you've got all this blood in your head and you're suffered a stroke and you're all these things because you're like, I don't mean to go like that, Russ, but like Paul, so they took brother, sister, they all threw boulders like bowling balls after they threw him off backwards. And I don't know, brothers, sisters, I know this is proof that Father can do. He did that with my own dad. A man who bent in half like a taco would sever your spinal cord and you die. He somehow was pulled backwards. He had a sofa across his chest, slipped and whoops backwards. Imagine your feet being up above your head, the wrong way, right, with a sleeper sofa across your couch, across your chest. Literally pulled it off him and pulled him backwards. And I know I asked him, how do you do it? And after two major he talked about Father. Nothing else. It's Father who did it. It wasn't him. It was Father. So that's when I truly know too, brothers, sisters, because he has always given me this desire for him. If I didn't call out to their hearts to seek after me, not one of us would. So I don't feel like any of this is me. I'm trying to fend off this flesh every day that wants to keep doing these things that, again, like Paul said, wants to sin. And that's why he tells us to cut off this, like Peter, Peter, I'm not asking you if you phileo me, do you agape me, So having a mad faith, that must have been in its strength with Paul when they stoned him, and he got up after looking like, again, Brother Jim says the same, the teaching that he looked like he was going about 100 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour on a camel and just hit the side of a palace wall. I mean, he was hammered, guys. Imagine being thrown up backwards off a cliff. He's like 80 years old. His acute, bam, come throw a big stone, and then everybody else finished him off with bowling balls. It didn't kill him. I don't know how. They would finish off to kill you. That's what it did. But somehow, they finished him. He got up. And then it wasn't right away that he said to this, brothers, sisters, but his first words after this stoning was said, he must, through much ellipsis, tribulation, we must go to receive that inheritance, brothers, sisters. And we're in that age right now of the heirs of the throne of heaven, because that is the age of Aquarius. They know this. This is the secrets of the universe, or 3, 6, and 9. Some of these things I've been trying to tell you. The triple conjunction and Aries, so they can form this fake nation because of the rotation. It's all a rouge. It's a spiritual Israel. It's a spiritual bride. It's a spiritual antichrist. This is all going to be fake because 9% of people think God's in the sky and heaven is in the sky. That's it. That's easy as it is, brothers and sisters. People are just lost in space. Farce, Mr. Warp Speed. I guarantee you. That's why I stand against this bullshit and don't care that they're in here and what they record. I think that's what gave me the strength that day after hitting in the face with a concussion grenade. Should have made me fall on my face. I know how this works. A hand, and they have other, but a hand concussion grenade, flash bang, is meant to concuss everybody in a room. And I've had this training, brothers and sisters. It really is very hard to, I don't mean there, but concentrate because of the concuss, and the, vision gets very white and it goes away, and you're hearing, it's like a ringing more, but it's more because it's a pounding from the, you know what I'm saying? It's a pounding of that concuss, you know. And like today, I walked off the porch, man, and I almost, I don't know, it's like something flew across right in front of me, and I'm like, it almost made me lose my balance, brothers and sisters, because I don't know, there's something going on with his eye, and so it crossed my vision, and I looked at that and almost stepped right off the damn porch, from the scarring of the retina, and so. But I'm up, and I'm so thankful, Father. Like Paul has given me this, it's not even plausible how I should be able to do this. And kind of after being concussed, I should have fell on the ground and been. I don't know how. I just don't know how. Only Father, like my Father, put him back, and he does things that Paul, there's no way should have ever walked, ever. And some of us, he just gives us that strength. I don't ask him for it. He just does it. So, what amazing time to be in this exact day and time, brothers and sisters. I hope you're ready for what they're going to pull. I don't know anybody other than, I know Jonathan Kleck has hinted at this opening of this pit, because that's what the pit is, this opening ritual that they're doing. And so I do want to give Jonathan Kleck, but I mean, he hasn't said, I don't think at the capacity of Trump taking office, that's when Elon Musk gets to do his scrubby sky and his shit falling out of his payload. And oh my God, they gave us free energy, and there's two classes of them, and there's good ones and bad ones, and they're giving us free energy because they got the cures for all our diseases, and fucking, it's just going to be, people don't, just no way that's going to happen, Tracy. Okay, they did a whole fake fucking emergency, during the Corona's crown, and that's declaring of their Antichrist locked up in the pit. That's what that was all about. That's another pit ritual. Corona was a pit ritual. Let no man take your crown. Here we go. Be part of the corporation, guys. Don't stand up to what's going on in this country right now. If people outside this country got other shit to deal with, brothers and sisters, their measure's different. They're not fighting this beast. They have to get killed by the beast. Remember, they got to send armies like me to go over there and fuck them up, because they don't pay for oil, like Gaddafi and Saddam and all this, not this bullshit you see on television. Imagine that, brother, sister. Have to be a veteran and live with the fact that we kill women and children in other countries, the finest of the finest, 18 to 30 years old, and come back to a country like this to see people acting, that'll make your PTSD go through the roof. There's a reason why 22 veterans like myself are your day. I ain't doing this anymore. I can't hold this in. Don't be one of those if you're a veteran. Teach people veterans. That's why I do and speak what I speak. You see veterans come in here and they get their ass handed to them, because I'm a soldier of God before all, but most people have forgotten what we've had do these horrible things to women and children. It's the right to choose in this country, not about freedom. If it's freedom, freedom's fucking absolutely and should always be dangerous. Always has been and always will be. But I don't go by freedom, because there's no such thing as free will. But we'll say freedom for sake of conversation. But if it's freedom, we don't fight in other countries and kill women and children so people could have freedom. We give them the rights to choose, right to choose. You can't take that. It's been taken in this country, so you're not standing against it. And that's okay, brothers and sisters. Many are called, but few are chosen. Oligos is what the word actually says. As he says in the book of Luke, fear not, oligos, flock. It's your Father's pleasure to give you that treasure in heaven that Paul said through much thlipsis we must go to receive that kingdom of heaven, which is not above our head. So that's how they're going to fool everybody. 99% of people on this rock, brothers, thinks heaven is above their head and dead people go to the sky. And that doesn't say that anywhere in scripture. And they're going to be able to pull it off with that. It's going to become fake, test old technology. There are megalithic structures that have already come in and built. And I will continue this until the day they throw me back into the dirt, that Trump is 100% responsible for every oil death, like veterans like myself, and we are the war machine. Eisenhower called us the military industrial complex. We are the American war machine, a military industrial complex, brothers and sisters. We have 1,000+ military bases in 180 countries Rome had nothing. This is an extension of Rome. The head and eagle coin. Notice that head is pointed away from "In God We Trust" on the coinage now. I would turn my back not on the on God, but the corporation itself. Gold and silver printed without interest is the way our Constitution says. These are the banks. This is it, brother. This is what I'm telling you. That is against the Constitution to not have our money printed by gold and silver without interest. And the whole thing is set up on interest now. That's how they're robbing this. That's your merchant number, is your interest. That's what Trump printed, interest. There's no money. They printed zeros and ones on a math. Stop calling a computer a computer. It's math. It's nothing other. It's a fancy math box equation formula. It's not. It doesn't learn. That's how they're going to get these fucking dumbasses to learn, thinking that a goddamn computer is alive and it's just a fucking DARPA, Boston Dynamics, Elon Musk. Maybe they released them out of China. Oh, John Connor, remember in the movie Terminator? Be ready for that too. That's a good way to not whack the nation, whack fucking. Oh my God, we got robots to come save you. Come get into our 15-minute city bowl. He never was talking about building a wall. He was talking about a millimeter wall from his Uncle Trump. That's what Tesla was messing with. John Trump, the same thing, brothers, sisters. The death ray, the ray, the dome over the city that no military could penetrate. Fucking get rid of this 369 man. He can grab energy right out the fucking air. We're already invested in power poles and copper and Henry Ford with their combustion engine. John Trump is responsible for every death. Put it all on one man. He's the one who dropped 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. Remember the dancing Israelis at the bottom of the tower? Osama bin Laden was an oil tycoon who was a CIA-trained operative who did deals with the Bushes. And I warned you to stay out of the fucking Bushes. Baby Bush or senior? No, senior, and then said stay out of the Bushes. And then remember, more elected votes for Al Gore. Get out of the closet. Whatever happened to all your children never see snow again? How's that global warming? It's good and working out. Get back in the closet, Al Gore, with Mr. Thunberg there, your front dude or whatever you got running your. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, okay, so back to this bullshit. If you think heaven's above your head, then you're gonna believe this. Money is supposed to be printed constitutionally without interest by the Treasury. Now it's some central banksters, Trump's buddy, who printed more money than any other president, is the largest drug dealer on this rock because he created the $2.2 trillion, solicited his fake emergency jab. Remember, 99.8% survival rate. If you 100% get it, how are we know if it's working? It's going to go 99.8% to 99.9%. No, he'll still take office, brothers and sisters. He'll still pull this fact shit, and you guys are all going to get wiped in it because you can't be a difference between an alien, which is not real. There's no aliens. God didn't make one alien. You think you're living on a fucking planet. God didn't create one single planet. You think you're corkscrewing and spinning in the third rock from the sun through time and dimension, through time and space. The moon and constellations debunk that model. Don't sit there and talk about flat or none of that bullshit. Horizo, brothers and sisters, is the dividing of day and night, dark and light. But what Tesla was saying, not a death ray. He wrote to the New York Times, this is all out. This ain't hidden. We're in the age of the apocalypse now. Woo, welcome to the checking out on the prison bus. Does anybody want to throw you in prison? He said, be like me. They threw him in prison. They want to throw me in prison. They can't. I've already segregated all the money out of the case. So that dome over this city is where it got Tesla whacked. It wasn't his free energy that obviously, I could pull energy out of the ether, the whole current's like disconnecting yourself from your smart. No, you're not smart. That toaster talks to the fucking Department of Justice. And that smart meters means you've been ungrounded. And that's how they did 2 tickets to paradise, Hotel California, you can check in, but you can never leave. Remember that? Those houses were burning from the inside out because they weren't grounded, brothers and sisters. That's the same Tesla tech. That was a direct current. They have their due, not book. Oh, yeah, book, Project Blue Book, not beam. But that is part of that ray that they did over Lahaina and took the 1,200 kids and where'd they go? Nobody cares about the dragon when he came to Chinatown and disappeared. How did they do that? Let's take a pause for the cause. I want to make it seriously. Let's go back to San Francisco. I told you, I'm a time traveler. I'm from the past and the future. Let's go back in time, and we'll go back to the future after we're done. You might want to go see Informed Christians, if you love Celestial, and go watch his video about Back to the Future. I think the first 15 seconds took almost an hour and a half to debunk just the first 15 seconds of the movie about Donald Trump, Back to the Future. So, anyways, let's go back in time. Got to get back in time. Are we going back to the future? Or are we going back in time? Mr. 88, remember 828, Donald John Trump, and the geometric calendar equals 828, Mr. Warp Speed. So how fast did you have to be going? 88. Remember the flux capacitor? So, yep. What happened after he went right through and went through time? Remember he left the stripes? That's the 9/11 stripes. Remember the clock tower? Go watch Informed Christians, brothers, sisters. They're fucking playing with you so much. You're going to fall for the space farce bullshit, Mr. Warp Speed, and they're going to bring out fake aliens. But there'll be giants. And I'm not making a prediction. I do believe they're going to pull the giants out of the chasms. But you won't tell the difference between a giant, Elon Musk robot wrapped with a meat suit, or if it's just a fucking hologram coming from outer space. Lock up Donald Trump. He's the one who fucking did 9/11. The dancing Israelis at the bottom of the tower. He said, I have now the tallest building in the world. And 4 triangles is their transgender tower with Mr. 44, his wife with the shaved Adam's apple. Women don't have Adam's apples, brothers, sisters. Very easy to see if a man is a woman won by Adam's apple. I don't care what they say. I want to see your pelvic bone. Oh, don't do that. I mean, seriously, it does. If they dig you up in the dirt and you had a chainmail purse and a pearl necklace and your meat suit's all dissolved and you identified as a woman in this generation, they're still going to say that's a dude. So I know as a law enforcement officer, I can testify in an open court as a credible witness of a man or a woman without even seeing the beard or any. I know portions were portioned different. As a military veteran, we have different military standards. A woman is built different than a man. It's kind of crazy that most men, not all, the higher your testosterone and the ring finger will always exceed the pinky finger by higher testosterone. This is kind of a little bit of a variance. Some men do have more of a digit here. Their pointer finger is up like this, but that doesn't mean that they're not a man, because I'll see their pelvic bone. They'll have 3 head heights, not 2.5. Their shoulders will be wider than their hips. Women birth children. Remember, their hips are wider. They open up. Wow, what an amazing process that is, huh? But anyways, remember, they do have 7 head heights. Women, look, I don't care if they're dwarfism or giantism, they have 7 head heights. So a man can't be a woman ever. It's not possible. God created one race, the human race, man and woman. If there's some hermaphroditing, like a cannabis plant, the pelvic bone will still tell the structure of the base structure and so all these other. So they've been getting away from this a long time. And the Adam's apple, remember? Go look Nancy's Adam's apple. George, Barbara, Carter, Senior, Junior. Look at Billary. See, look at Ivan. You guys just thought it was Manshell. His name was Reggie. He played for the Oregon State Beavers. Yeah, he did. Stop. You guys get so close, but then you're off the mark. You sin because you don't make sure it's transliterary, literal definition, literal whatever. Oh no, I'm this, I'm that. Pervert that. Go ahead and mutilate our kids and say we're all right with that. How come Mr. Badman Orange is talking about that now and didn't say that on his 1.0? I think he listens to this channel. Yes, they do. Fuck you, Donald Trump. I'll put you in prison and lock you up if I was the pretendant, and all your cronies and the pigs, people in government and the corporation. Man, we're going to have to build some more prisons. Person-on-person crime. They have absolutely annihilated this country from a constitutional republic to a corporation. And you're part of the commerce, and all crimes in America are crimes of commerce. So please be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. And if you're wise, you'll know your constitutional rights, won't you? And you'll assert your constitutional rights, just like he stood against the Halakha and the Haggadah, and they threw him in prison, ripped his beard out of his face. Well, they didn't kill him because Father, he would already passed, had taken him, but fulfilling, he said he would. No stone left upon another, all his prophecies. And then remember, not a broken bone in his body, the unblemished sacrificial lamb. Hallelujah. It's all about that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, man, I take some time for stuff during that. It's so beautiful what he did that day. Divorced his bride, called her a whore, and then made a new contract, fulfilled that, hung on a post or a tree, hung up from a tree, right? And he formed a cross, the crucifixion of his suffering of his little stretcher machine, not a cross, a stretcher machine, a torture machine. He wasn't hung on a cross. People are celestial, biblical, um, spiritual, and definitely Alatia idiots. He wasn't hung on a cross, but the whole world will say that too, and they'll tell you heaven's in the sky and tell you God's in the sky too. So see what religion does to people. It's vain. It's just vain, brothers and sisters. It's not. It's there's no truth in it. That's why he wrote the letter to the seven churches when he was here. He said twice, remember, as he nailed himself next to two witnesses to a tree to fulfill the contract that day, because you had to have two witnesses and nail it to a tree instead of a piece of paper. The bride contract, he became the contract fulfilling all flesh. I am so freaking in love with this word, brothers and sisters. It's so beautiful. Everything is contract now, not law. And so no law can come against me. No weapon. I have the armor on, and I will continue to carry this cross because he said to carry my cross. He was on a cross. But thank you for sharing, brothers and sisters. I really have just been overwhelmed with this faith that he's given me with this case, that he'll pour out a just measure. There's nobody's going to escape these judgments. And Father will continue to give me the strength every day. Shiloh is my prize, and I know I'm running towards that. There's nothing here for me. I miss my son quite dearly, but he's Elijah. He left in a flaming chariot, so that only makes sense. Thank you for the sign of Elijah, Father. So I will be with my son again someday. If it's not in this flesh, I will be with him without flesh. Maybe I'll be a giant. Maybe we'll be 75,000 feet tall or something. We'll be as giants or something. Maybe 7,000. I don't know where the lid's going to go. But he will do a not a fake pit ritual, brothers and sisters. There will be an opening of the scrolls in the skies, and this flooding of the CO2 levels will go tremendous. It's already happened before. CO2 is plant food. Get back in the closet, Al Gore. You here with your buddy Greta. You guys could go trade your lightsabers in your ice holes. So yeah, global warming goodness, huh? Your children are never going to see snow again. All the ice caps are going to melt. The polar bear is going to die. More people have voted for Al Gore, brothers and sisters, remember, than any other pretendant ever in the history of this country by vote by people. But remember, they still gave you, I told you, stay out of the bushes, baby Bush, just like how Thump got in there. See, they put in who they want. It's a selection. It's done by the corporation. It's the campaign funding by corporation. And this corporation called America, brothers and sisters, is not a constitutional republic anymore. Although it seems like a bent reality, it's called the forward word is perverted. It's very perverted. They perverted anything that's actually alatia. And then they mock it by flipping it. It says you must just be as esteemed as the potter's clay. You must turn their works upside down, as is above, so is below on earth, as it is in heaven. See how the word pours out of me. I don't say this. He makes me. It's the word that I'm telling you. Is it written on your heart? I don't boast because I know, but I have to tell you this, brothers. Just he made me a watcher on the wall. I don't want these blood on my hands. I can take that by telling you early enough, and now you know. So when he's done with me, they'll throw me back in the dirt if they martyr me by killing me and try to come out here and feds or whatever. It's not. I'm not afraid of the Fed. Is nothing anything different to me than a Chuck E. Cheese, Walmart face commerce corporation. Like the tax exempt corporation, they're football players, like a halftime show. The government is football. That's a tax exempt corporation. Football. Think about that. Who's your favorite football fake clown acting? That's all an act. Football, although very athletic, that's all an act. They have a tax exempt corporation called the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. All famous people go to hell, brothers and sisters. All rich people and famous people go to hell. That's why I just have over me and Mr. Eternal Trump too, because I point out that he's the most blasphemous man responsible for all. Remember, Osama bin Laden was an oil tycoon who did deals with the Bushes, stay out of the bushes. That's Trump. It's Donald John Bush, Trump, Biden, Kennedy, Hillary, Harris. They're all on the same wings to the same dragon. They're all on the same team, brothers, sisters, and you are on the opposite. Remember what George Carlin said? It's a big club and you're not in it. Man, we gave some odes to George Carlin. I went back and watched a little George Carlin after yesterday's stream, man. I can't imagine what Mr. Carlin would be saying in this time and space and day that we're in here right now, brothers and sisters. I just couldn't imagine. Father, why'd you have to take Mr. Carlin so early? Why'd you have to take Mr. King so early? Man, that man was another. Many people have been very inspiring, brothers and sisters, because of their knowledge of this system, and people convey it in different ways. But as long as it's standing against this beast system, exposing it, I'm into that. That's why I got hooked up with that stupid knucklehead, that other Mike guy, who's because he stood against the law, at the beginning of the COVID. So no matter what, he'll drag baggage around with us, put people to test us. That's the word orgay. He'll put Satan on us. The dominions, the distributors of fortunes and lies, try to lie to us. Satan's not going to put that on his own kind. He's much wiser than that. If they're already going to hell, why would he waste his time? He's here trying to fool the elect. That's not possible, brothers, sisters. The only thing that's going to happen here is you're going to blot yourself out of that book. That's the only thing. There's nothing else. It's all about a wedding. I hope you understand what you're here to do. What a beautiful time to be in this time and place, brothers and sisters. What an absolute blessing to see the passing of an age, the birth of a whole new age. You had to be here at the time of Christ, Mashiach, the Messiah, to see that. And now he left all these celestial signs in this book for you to see, and wrote of thousands of years in the past. And now it's here we are being a witness to these celestial markers. 2,600 years ago, brothers and sisters, the birth of the age from fire to water happened again. Just like 99% of people in the world think God's in the sky, 99.5, 6, 7%, because evil still knows. There's not that much evil. It'd be crazy there's only 8 families. Oh, wait, you have all these people who are standing around and do nothing. But Father does call them good men. I don't understand that in Psalms. The only thing it takes for evil to flourish is for good men to stand around and do nothing. But I can't figure it all out, brothers and sisters. He will reveal these things after this death of this flesh. I am not Tracy. Stop calling me that. I wasn't Tracy before I came into this flesh. I will not be Tracy. I refuse to be Tracy. Remember? I'm not. I am. I am Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. I revealed this aletheia, the covering age of deception over 2,600 years ago. They started this age, and they've been filling you with lies by religion and holidays and all this vanity, vain traditions. I don't know. I really wish people would stop calling me that. Were you there when they birthed my merchant number with the doctor? My parents were hippies. They smoked a lot of pot and did mushrooms and shit. I'm pretty sure they took that doctor, snakes on a pole guy out, and they got ripped with him and probably had some delusion. So you can't prove. In a court of law, I know constitutional law, criminal title 18. I do. Not revised statute. That's for commerce. Under the Title 18, under Article 3 court is the only judicial court. There's only one in America. They can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Remember, they have burden of proof. They can't prove I'm Tracy. And my bitch down there, Ted Martin, the chief of finance, Teddy Bear Martin, in this 4th article, administrative court, he's screaming my name so loud. He's my bitch. You got anybody screaming your name? You should see this chief of finance down here. He went from red. This is at the trial that we're gonna have for my son, but he's like Elijah. He left in a flaming chair. I don't know where he went, but that's all right. They kidnapped my daughter and shot him, so I know he was still alive. But I wouldn't fucking want to hang around if they're gonna shoot me again too. And your dad has all the evidence. As soon as your dad gets in taken care of, it'll clear your name. What's a Tracy? I don't know. What is Tracy? I don't know. Tracy is actually, if you look at the name, it's a leader and a man of. If you just look at the lineage of the name of it, it makes sense on why my parents were there that day and tried to give me this capital letter name, but I'm not that. I'm not. I won't be Tracy when I leave. I really didn't get called much Tracy growing up because my name is Tracy. People call me Terry more than Tracy, Stacy more than Tracy. And because I have brothers that look near almost exact like clones of me, both of them are very close looking. We got good genes, like diarrhea, it runs in the genes. Like Trump. Oh, don't say good genes. Well, hey, I'm just bringing it up because Trump said that. So genes, that's what my dad said. Don't you dare go fucking out and give me a bad name. I'll beat your fucking ass. Just don't do it. I'd rather you not even do it. Don't put your fucking name on it because I have the same last name. So don't do it. Fucking walk away from it. Don't you even try. You fuck something up. We have the same last name. My dad was very rigid. He was a very rigid man. But anyways, he did drugs, like psilocybins and things like that at the time of my birth. And so I don't think anybody could actually, beyond a reasonable doubt, prove that my name's Tracy. And again, that I've been called Terry and Stacy. And I have a brother named Sean and Jeremy, and they called me that too. And I had to answer to Sean. It's kind of ironic. So we could go to each other's classes. We really look that much alike. and there was a little bit of separation. I was only 11 months away from my brother, um, Sean. Actually, the way I could show it to you is by the stupid lunatic calendar that they've got going here. Like, come on the coming days that we have ahead of us. I right now I'm 51. My brother is 52, and my brother is 49. My younger brother. So there's a little bit of a gap there. But come October 1st, he turns 50. So I'll be 51, he'll be 50, and my brother be 52. 50, 51, 52. That's how close we were. My mom just, apparently, the sheets didn't stop moving in the house there for a period of time to birth 3 sons. I have John's son. My mom, well, never mind, my middle of 3 sons, John's son, and my Elijah's name is John, as there were 2 Johns the Baptist, and not that one, the crazy one that they sent to the Isle of Patmos. They call me Crazy Tracy John. Actually, they call me Crazy more than I was ever called. My dad actually called me Crazy more than he did Tracy. Spacey probably as much as he called me Tracy. So I was called in school because I'm of Sean, my older brother, and Jeremy, my middle. I'm the 3 sons. I'm John's son, and I am the Aleph, the leader, the ox. I am Shem. Well, that's as Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Shem is the leader ox or authority. I am the ox. I am the leader of 3 sons, John's son. My son is Elijah, the one who left in a flaming chariot, John. So you can't prove in a court of law that I was Tracy in capital letters, because you have not, under this Constitution, the burden of proof. I'm not certain, but I do know that my dad and mom were heavily into being hippies and probably did a lot of psilocybin. So go ahead and prove in a court line you can't. So I'm not Tracy. I don't know what the fuck keeps calling me that, but stop calling me that. I was called Sean, Terry, Stacy, Jeremy, Crazy, Spacey, crazy a lot, really, than I ever was Tracy. So I don't even relate to that name, but it does have a meaning. If you look at Tracy, it does have a lot of meaning. I think it's warrior, and it has probably to do with me of John's son, 3 sons. Noah had 3 sons. Shem was the middle of 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. I am John's son, the middle of 3 sons. My son is Elijah John, and my father was John. No, my father is I am. My dad was John, and my mom, they did drugs. So prove to me in a court of law you can't constitutionally that my name is Tracy. There's just too much. If there's any doubt, you have to throw it out. See that? Who asked me my name? What the hell? Name means Shem. The fuck do you mean name? Name is authority. Name is leader. Name is Aleph. Name is Shem. Lay is ox. When he said in the Lord's Prayer, our Father, who's not somewhere in the sky, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy Shem, is what it said, not name, not like 6 letters like Tracy or. That's not what that means. It means Shem, the 3. That's John's son. Remember 3? You want me to go around and do it again? Imagine having to be around me, guys. Imagine, see, it's so nice that I don't have to have anybody around me. I realize why Father has so set me apart and isolated me. Look at what's happened to my son because he's had to be around me. Because of what I do, because he's Tracy John's son. And the apple don't fall far from the tree, brothers and sisters. So hopefully he's in the Word and has faith like Daniel, like his dad. And I know he does. He proved that day they SWAT raided this house. Remember the thief on the cross, son? Okay, Dad, I'm going out. Please, I love you. I think I'm very romantic. I'm pretty sure he told me to love you. I don't want to say that I don't put that. I just felt love or something because it was quick. I mean, it was a flash in the pan. It happened so fast. So I'm kind of people normally, I tell people only take small doses with me, kind of like a virology. Here, honey, let me just put in the tip. You'll end up getting the whole shaft, ladies. Trust me. So anybody that's good that, although I get very, very lonesome because I live a very, very, very isolated life. I don't have neighbors or, just recently met some people in my life. But everybody is either stolen, taken, or doesn't want to have anything to do with me because Father made me who I am. So, but I'm not here. It's okay. I feel totally accomplished and know that I have a lot more ahead of me and a very long road of ellipses. pinching and suffering, and I can stand in faith like Daniel. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not want. I will fear no evil, for the Lord are with me. And so I love him. My Lord, my shepherd is, you know, is the Lamb. It's the wedding feast of the Lamb. The shepherd is I, the leader, the Aleph, the ox. That is I am. He birthed me here to lead the flock. I'm a dog. They call me dog, and I don't know why they call me dog growing up since I was a child. They call me dog, Trey Dog. And even call me Tracy. They call me Trey Dog. You don't think so? Go look in school. Go look at Jacob Fowler. I want to go with Trey Dog to Cali and go party Cali style with Trey Dog, you know. I didn't ask for that name. I don't know where the hell it came from, but I wrote it all over everything because that's what they call me, dog. So there's you go again. They call me a dog, and I never felt like I fit into this world and wasn't a good or evil person because I wouldn't go with the flow. I definitely wasn't a sheep, and I wasn't a wolf because that's good and evil, right? No, he settled me. I used to shake like a fucking earthquake, my body for my whole life. And then when I had a really hard time, and he brought me and he said, "You're my dog." Not through like that, through scripture and making me understand and knowing who I was. I finally found my place. I never shook again. They call me earthquake in the military because in weapons qualifications in law enforcement because of my how are you going to qualify when your hand shakes so much? Always expert marksman, never miss. But that day it went away. It was so beautiful, brothers and sisters. I found my time, place, and space in this rock because although I look like a wolf and have maybe fangs, as you see, and I'm not, not a visual, but as a shepherd looks just like a dog, like a, you know, it looks just like the wolf, and people don't understand me, and that's okay. I understand. They see a big pointy tail and ears like a dog. They don't speak. They speak bah, and I just try to warn them, don't go to the water. The wolf is down there. It's going to eat you. And they're like, no, but I go to this. Jesus loves me, and he said that Lot's wife was turned to a pillar of salt, and the wolf is in sheep's clothing, brothers and sisters. But I cannot. Those who do not listen to the shepherd do not follow the guidance. They'll be eaten at the water. Remember, the low energy lying demon Legion was cast into the swine, and he wandered to his watery judgments. So, brothers, sisters, I am a dog. He birthed me as a dog, not a wolf and not a sheep. I am a shepherd, and I will lead this flock as he uses me as his vessel. He's the wind in my sail. So I just send these warnings as a messenger, as a shepherd. I'm not a wolf. You can unzip me if you try and see try me, put me through the fire, refine me through his word. Test everything I say. He warns of the scorpizzo, the false teacher. That is my birth 13 by celestial birth in this black vessel of the only feel comfortable. And the only every time I ever wore anything than a black hat was this red hat. Never had a black hat. Always had a black hat. Only feel comfortable in black. I want to rip my freaking skin off if I wear anything other than earth tone or black. It has to be part of this. Seriously, I'm very green. I may be, but it's just because it's like kind of reminds me of cannabis. And actually, I hate every color except for green because black's not a color. So, no, just kidding. Remember, it says on the back of the dollar, "In God we trust." Speaking of green. Anyways, that's not money. That's currency. But back to let's go with the flow where we're going. So, did you take do you put your money in a bank, currency in a bank, or money? All right, no, I'll stop. So anyways, I don't think anybody, brothers and sisters, I wouldn't want anybody to have to be subject to all this attacking from the government, and the beast military industrial complex that tries to get me to falter in my faith and get me to take a plea bargain, get ass raped, and eat cock meat sandwiches and all that nasty stuff. But I'm not. I'll stand like Daniel. I'll continue to support the Constitution because it's God protected, and I will protect the people that are in the narrow way asserting these rights and are protected by the Constitution, protected by the word, the sword, division. I come to not bring peace, but a sword that will divide a house, where I will set apart a man, a father from his son, and his daughter from his mother, a mother-in-law against her father-in-law. A man's enemies to be one of his own household, where one believes. This is this sword, brother, sister. One believes and the other does not. Remember, believe is not a thought in your head, it's an action word. So what kind of actions are you doing? Most people don't. They just want to go with the flow. They don't want to stand against this beast. Are you in prison from your family because they don't want to talk to you because you are standing against this beast? Welcome to the narrow way. Welcome to taking up your cross, being crucified by your family, being in prison as they imprison him. They literally want to throw me in prison, brother, sister, but we all get a different measure. Maybe in your life, the prison is from your own blood, it's making you feel like you're crazy because you always talk about this and you're always just seeking, you just can't get enough. You're thirsty. You're just never quenched. Are you that? Are you the black sheep of your family? Welcome to a black sheep broadcast. Broadcast means to sow seed. He said the enemy, Kate, sowed seeds while you were sleeping. Don't go to sleep, brothers, sisters. Don't go to sleep. Be burning bright. He said, have your lamps trimmed and be burning bright until I return. He's inside of us, brothers, sisters. The return is the fire, is the judgments. Is when he comes back and pulls the evil from this earth. That's going to be beautiful. I don't know. I just want to game theory out real quick, and I'm going to take a break and get some food in my stomach. Probably should get off here for a little bit, let my battery, I don't know if it's going to charge or not here anymore. So I'm going to come back again when Father has me here to continue to expose this system that kidnapped my daughter and shot my son and hit me, right in the face with a concussion grenade, which is not, they shouldn't do that. And then not out of vengeance, I will see all these people criminally indicted because of their criminal actions. He will pour out a just measure on all these rogue SWAT officers who came with the intentions to kill, but didn't happen that day. They really bragged about it, brothers and sisters, on how this is going to be some hard standoff, and nobody came out with any Second Amendment items. I was only armed with my first. And that's unfortunate that my son has to be targeted because of my activism and my constitutional, common law, natural, I know state, national, I know these, there's no sovereign. I'm not sovereign, I'm not claiming I'm above. I'm just asserting my constitutional God-given rights. And my son too, shot at, my daughter kidnapped. So I'm going to have to keep going because unfortunately, there's no fortunes or any luck. This is what God has me here to do. And I have a big, I'm only getting just out the gate. If you know what a marathon is, and I probably run more than all 16 of you, and put 20, 20 miles of snowshoe with 100 pounds in your back in the middle of freaking Arctic weather. I've been tested, but Father is not done with me. I can walk if it's one step at a time, like in snows with shoes. I will continue in this walk like a soldier, as I did in an Arctic training every day. I'm not going to stop. Why are you on here still? Because this country needs this, because you need this. If you don't have a voice, you need somebody to be the voice. If you have a true passion, not everybody, many are called, but few are chosen. Maybe you're the one who was called. You have to continue to do it in your own. But he chose me to do this, to stand up against this merchant corporation. I'll stand against any agency. They don't have authority over me. They're not operating under the criminal original statutes, judicial, legislative, and executive branch. I know my constitutional rights. You know what I'm saying? So if you'll assert your rights, they can't be taken from you. All these extra rights, they're not taking any rights from you, Speed. They're not. You're just not asserting your rights. That's what you don't understand, and that's fine. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for your testimony. You can't have rights taken, constitutional rights. They can do things with your flesh, but your rights can't be taken. And Father will judge you if you go by this commerce corporation. Okay. Here's my daily reminder. Now listen, we're gonna make a teaching out of you, Geico. You mean like Geico or Gecko? Listen here. You're in good hands. Help. What do you need? What do you want me to get? You want me to take drugs, right? You want me to take drugs. I know what you want me to do. You want me to go get help and take drugs, right? You guys just had last week. Yep. You want me to take drugs, right? Go get on some Adderall or something's wrong with them. Pop, pop, 2 dead fucking cop state troopers. Pop, John. I don't know why I'm only hitting them once, but my Fourth Amendment rights, asshole. You don't know anything. You don't know your asshole from the whole ground. You don't want to search your constitutional rights. It's a good thing men like me kill women and children and people in other countries. So you have a First Amendment right. That's protected by Congress, right? No, that's protected by Father. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech and of the press and of religion. So you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, okay? Go vote for your Democrat or Republican and give your neuter gender beast it some loving as you get ass raped by fucking two big fat cocks, semen and blood spitting all over them. They're rocking you like a horse with Bob is he's got your taint face, and you're going to pay for that, Geico. That's just karmas. So do I need help because I said that 3 dead fucking pigs on my property and I didn't kill anybody? You're going to say something about my fucking mental capacity or something. Just spit it. You want me to take drugs with the #1 drug dealer, Donald Trump, with his Pfizer $2.2 trillion no wonder selling single product ever in the history of mankind. So spit it out, and then I'm going to get you out of here, Geico. Is it Geico or Gecko? I don't know. You tell me. Are you in good hands, Mr. Allstate? Come on, state, national, or do you have any rights? You fucking don't lose your rights. Whoever said that earlier, their constitutional rights, can't take it from you. So let me get with this guy and see if he wants me to do the snakes up the pole thing and then go be fooled by pharmakia. He's daily dosing with help. He wants to help me, guys. He has such a mad passion to see me get some kind of fucking help. So let's see what kind of help he wants to. You are supposed to be charitable, patient, kind. Geico. Oh, Geico. All right. There we go. Corporation, brothers, sisters. Fathers are insurance. I'm not saying I have insurance on my vehicle for you, not me. So I don't do that bullshit, but I do. I carry insurance just in case I fuck you up. I don't want to hurt you. I'm screwed if I get in an accident, but that's all right. Father will be my armor. But I do carry insurance if I do smash into somebody. Okay, here we go. So get off the internet and seek help. Where do you want me to go, Geico? Where do you want me to go get help from? And do you want me to take some drugs? Do you think drugs will help me? I need psychological evaluation. Do you have a doctrine? Where'd you do your doctrine at? You're an MD? You have a whole, you're in psychology or sociology? Closest mental institution. Okay, so you want me to be locked up in a cage. Listen to a medical professional. So what kind of medical professional? So you're not actually a doctor, so you cannot perform a full psychological mental evaluation. You have no doctrine in your medical degree, not ND, nutritional, but sociology or psychology. So you don't have any actual skills to be making an actual assessment of my mental. You can't actually perform that in any actual. So why would you give me your opinion on something you're not certified in? I'm just curious. I mean, we got people coming here. Normally they go right to the drugs. I'm trying to have a normal conversation with you. You want me to be thrown? Can I have before I get thrown in this institution? Kind of plead my case, innocent until proven guilty. I mean, did you just perform my full psychological mental evaluation on my brain? I said, pop, damn, fucking 3 dead pigs still breathing today, huh? I need in a mental institution. Those motherfuckers are alive because Father kept me and made me a meek man, not a weak man. I'm a fucking veteran. I can rip your fucking lips right off your face with these hands. I've been trained killer, unarmed self to fucking destruct you, direct a threat. I'm a SWAT officer. What the fuck? I'll never do any of that. The hell are you talking? I'm trying to get people to run away with me to the woods and never fuck with dumbasses like you. You want me in an institution. I want to run to the fucking woods and eat chipmunks with my mountain house meals. You're a fucking idiot, man. That's okay. I'm trying to still give you a chance. Do you want me to take drugs? That's all I want to know, and then you can leave. So, okay, you believe I need. Believe ain't a thought in your head, asshole. Belief is a verb, you fucking idiot. Grow up. Be 7, okay? That's the number of maturity, to be 7. So stop being a fucking child every time you come in, or just leave. Oh, keep throwing me here. Then just leave. Don't open your fucking lips. Because Bob's going to stick a big fat fucking cock. Bob's going to make you eat a cock meat sandwich under this corporation, and you're going to pay for it. So, speak up. Do you want me to take drugs? I'm going to give you one last. I don't know. I can only have to give you 2 times. I'd toss your ass out of here. We throw 18,000 people out here a week sometimes. So I ain't here to be nice. Nice means to be stupid. So listen here, McCupid, Arrow, Nimrod. Speak up, because I want to give you your constitutional right to speak up. You have that, but I will exit the ass out of here, because he said don't sup with pigs before swine, and people in government are pigs, and I know you licked the boot of this government, and because you want me to get thrown in their corporation, which is going to feed me the Donald Trump snakes up a pole jab, or whatever the fuck that you want to put me on. So just take a minute and I'll stop putting you in the light. Okay, what do you jump right to taking meds? You've already been diagnosed with something by a medical professional. So now he's asking me. You won't even answer my fucking question. Look at what he said. Look, they always do they always flip this shit. That's what Antichrist does. See, that's why you got to be esteemed as the potter's clay, turn their works upside. So look at what he says. He says, why do you jump right to taking meds? Well, at least what kind of meds? Because there's natural, homeopathic, and then there's snakes up the pole. Oh, I got a little itch because I got some poison ivy. The side effects, heart murmurs, and death. Get the fuck out of here, Geico. You're fucking a chump, man. Donald Trump supporter. I can tell you love your snakes up the pole. You could have just admitted you want me to take drugs. You did. You want me to take drugs. Have you been diagnosed with something by a medical professional? Why would I be diagnosed by a fucking medical professional? What I should be doing is sitting fucking with my son right now. Maybe what I should have done is shot those 2 fucking pigs who came on my property illegally, trampled on my Fourth Amendment after stalking me fucking that day they're literally on my property. You're fucking scaring the fuck out of my daughter. They end up kidnapping her. So go fuck yourself, Geico. You don't even know anything. Your ass from a hole in the ground, 2 cheeks from the same hole. So did you get your fucking daughter kidnapped? Did your son get fucking shot by a bunch of fucking pigs who had no fucking right to do this? No, you want me to get locked up in a mental institution. That's what you do. You want to shut me up. Somebody said in here earlier, okay, I'm done playing with the troll. Set up a call in line. I'll gladly explain all this to you. Set up a call in line. Now, what the fuck are you talking about? What did you guys, please somebody help me. Where did this guy go from where this to this shit right here? Where does this come from? Where do people get this? I think you've taken 3 or 4 boosters, Geico. YouTube. Does this make any sense? Does this make any sense? Anybody following what this person's saying there? Because I was just going to let the fish off. I was done trolling with him, playing like a salmon. You ever fish with a bar? I'm just steering his ass around the fucking river through the slot. You don't know it. He's just getting fucking played. Could try to come in here and troll me. Could have left. Could have just came in. Oh, it's him again. Bye. So what the fuck, man? What does that mean? Now, explain yourself, because I think this is people who've been jab wrestlers. Their conversation. People think my conversation's all over the place, but I make sense. Don't mourn. Sacramento. Wow, Raymond, Sacramento, California. Tell Governor Newsom he's a fucking pig. He's a person in government. California. Sacramento. Oh, you got In-N-Out Burger there, right? Wiener schnitzels. I don't eat hot dogs, brothers and sisters. Man, I could go for a kraut dog right now. Anyways, don't be Raymond. Don't be teasing me with some freaking Sacramento. Nobody ever did talk about that San Francisco. You never brought it up. Hey, Geico, I'm still talking to you. What the fuck are you talking about? You're all over the place, man. You're not making any sense. You're going to get in a fucking thing and do what the fuck with me, man? The fuck you talking? That wasn't anything what you were saying. Now you want to get in fucking in here with me? I mean, I'll bring your fucking stupid ass in here. You want to talk? I'll make you just have to eat your own lies and just keep defining your bullshit if you like. Can make an example of you. Don't mourn again, Sacramento. Please don't mourn. Good to see you. Don't be mad, be glad. Let's throw this trash out here in a second. We'll throw it and put it in a bag, get out of here. We don't have to sup with vipers, remember? Trash, filthy swine, pigs, people in government, and bootlickers too. People lick the boot of this corporation. And pigs, people in government. Mente is to control, right? No, that's your mind. Government is control. Mind control. Got to hit him with the mind control. They love the government, so he wants to get me thrown in a box. So what do you want me to come on here again with you and speak about? Because Godspeed said, nope, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I think you got at least 2 or 3 jabs because you're just not making any sense. Like 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. You got that common core, 2 + 2 = 5 bullshit going in here. What the fuck are you talking about? Make some sense. And I'm not talking about dollars and pennies and like busos. Are you fucking hearing me? You got your hearing aid. Oh, I want to come on in there. You're typing too fast. Shut the fuck up and speak your piece or get the fuck out of here, man. You're wasting all these people's eyes. There's no such thing as time, idiot. There's no such thing as death. I never end. I never die. When one door closes, another opens. Thanks for coming in, brother, sister. I'm going to have to get off here 1 minute. I'm just toying with the... You got to blame this on Lady in Red, brother, sister. The moderator told me how to do this. She does all that. My son used to help me with this, but they fucking shot him and threw him in a rape cage, and now he's like, see ya. Hope he's somewhere in like Scotland or something. He can go visit and see Trump's old, historical record there and see when Biden's arrested Trump and all that bullshit and go look at the historical record, all that's fucking I don't know, anywhere but here in America. Hope he's not even here in America. I really do. I mean, he stood strong. So speak up, dipshit, fucking Gecko, fucking, you're in good hands here with Allstate. So what the fuck are you talking about? Goodbye. Did you leave? Maybe you just won't come in here ever again. Some people learn their lesson. Some people need two fucking black eyes. Because what's the difference between one black eye and two black eyes? You didn't fucking listen the first time, did you? Hearing aid, hello, McFly, your shoes untied. Is anybody in there? Bueller. Are you guys having a good day? Sacramento, man, California, man, I want to go see the redwoods. Fucking redwoods, man. That's one of the most beautiful places in the entire rock, guys. You want to feel very little, go to the Sequoias, to the redwoods, all the way down from up north in Washington, this Pacific Northwest. It's a beautiful place, brothers. It's a beautiful country. This beautiful, guys. Gosh, this country's beautiful. Every state is different. No two state people are like people are from Vermont are like people from Oregon. People from Oregon are like people from Florida. People from California, well, that's a mixed bag of tricks. Aren't like people from Texas. So we're very unique people to us. I love this country so much. The people, I hate this country so much. Not the country, not the people. Like, I don't hate the sinner, I hate the sin. People say, oh, you're so hateful. I can be hateful towards sin, towards unrighteous things. So I'm not angry. I'm in the rainforest in Washington State. Good stuff. Hoods in the woods, brother, sister. Lots of hoods in the woods, man. I dig Washington State, man. Fucking fucked up place. That place sucks so fucking bad. I-5 corridor from too many fucking people. But the beautiful land there, man. The people, there's amazing people in Washington too. Very different kind of people in Washington. People in the Pacific Northwest are very different. And I don't mean to group them all together because you said there was New United, but being in this, place, you kind of get to live in a, Eugene and the Emerald City and then Portland, all this stuff is part of this Pacific Northwest, very native, Oregon and Canada with all these beaver wars, it's just a beautiful place. Elon, yeah, thanks, Nicholas. I appreciate that. What a fucking sellout, guys. I mean, sit there, he's going to be Trump's advisor, MAGA. Careful of Musk, guys. Careful of him. I've already told you, Mr. People's Champion. But what a beautiful time here to be here in this place in space. Oregon is a tyrannical state, guys. They literally have that SWAT team came out and tried to kill me, but whatever. It'd probably been in another state. They'd done the same damn thing. But although this state is tyrannical, and I probably live in the most corrupt county in all the United States, it's here in Oregon. I'm certain that there are some pretty fucked up counties and redneck bullshit, but this county has been known for it. And Father sent me out here 10 years ago to stand against it. I know. He's so disgusting. Nicholas, thank you for exposing just how filthy he is. He's not. All rich people go to hell, brothers, sisters. All rich people go to hell. Seriously, remember Trump? I'm inventing a microscopic line of camels and I'm sparing no expense. Trump and Musk, guys, they're two wings to the same dragon. I guarantee Mr. Musk has had his Schwartz or his lightsaber and Mr. Trump ice hole. They're all wings to the same dragon, two cheeks to the same hole. Got that playing fucking Star Wars bullshit with their lightsabers crossing Schwartzes or lightsabers and shit. They're EpiPen Island boys, brothers, sisters, all part of the same dragon. EpiPen, remember all that bullshit with Hillary and the island, and Trump's phone was pinged from the tower to the island. I'm pretty sure he was at, and then back to the tower. What, Nimrod or Trump? Same dicks. Same phallics, just like the Washington Monument in the Vatican. Same dicks at the top of the steeple, at the top of the church. That's the Nimrod's rebirth of Satan, son, Tammuz. Tammuz, the one who had fucking sex with her son. No, her mom. Remember? Semiramis, Ishtar, Easter, Merry Christmas. Christmas died and she had sex with her son, the son of Satan. Little Mermaid, you fucking idiots. Little Mermaid, hello? Under the sea? They toy with us, brothers, sisters. No, they fuck with you. There's no such thing as conscience. Fuck you, Jiminy Crickets. Jiminy Christmas, Jiminy Crickets. You don't have a conscience. You have the Holkadesh. Alathea. Christ in you, brothers, sisters. Christ in you. There's nothing above your head that's coming from the sky. If it is, it's all fake. There will be things that come out of the ground, giants they'll pull out. But could you tell the difference between a giant, a DARPA robot, Boston Dynamic? Maybe they're Elon Musk robots running fucking around, killing fucking people, giants and fucking aliens, and get in our smart city. We got to Death ray. Oh shit, that's stolen Tesla tech. And you can have a smart silly like a millimeter wall, like to Hotel California. You can check in, but you can never leave. Yep, Executive Order 11004 will allow Walmart to relocate whole communities, I mean FEMA, in cooperation with Department of Homeland Security, subsidized government corporation called Walmart, and turned American citizens during World War II. And weeks away, are you ready to be put in work camps? Executive Order 11004 under his buddy, 4 triangles up, 4 triangles down, the One World Trade Center, 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes, turned 1 4 up, 4 down to make 1 phallic tower, just like Manshell. Get it? Just like Ivan. Oh, it's him too? No, that's not a dude. I already taught you how to tell the difference between a dude and a chick. Proportion difference. Seriously, you want to, hey, you ladies looking for a man with a lot of testosterone? See this finger, this ring finger here? This pointer finger? See this? There's a ring finger and a pointer finger. Men who have a higher testosterone, ladies, hold your hand up to your face right now. You'll see your digit is much more equal that your ring finger. See how my pointer finger, this is a ring finger. My pointer finger, my ring finger exceeds my pointer finger. Isn't that interesting? Hold your hands up, lady. See that? You ladies have more like this, right? And if you do, men, that doesn't mean, that just means your testosterone is not as large as mine. I have a lot of testosterone. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Damn, you better watch out. That guy got a lot of testosterone, brothers. Oh, they're still hiding under there. Oh, there it is. Oop, there it is. So that's another indicator of a man's, is a hand's, you know. So if you don't, brother, gentlemen, I know you're men because obviously, and that's not that big of an in there, but it does. I mean, if you look through, because I understand. So if you're a lady looking for a man who has a lot of testosterone, maybe that's why he made me a leader and an ox. I'm almost missing the whole damn digit, aren't I? But that ladies don't have that, brothers, sisters. That's not something ladies are very, men can have a variance, but you're going to see that ladies don't. They have this, okay? Some of us stick out a little further than others. He didn't give me a butt, brothers and sisters. I got a front, not a butt. So that's maybe why I have a, it's the only thing that keeps my pants on. So anyways, moving along. Speaking of phallics and towers, so that was not very nice. I don't know if I ever even went there that far. Come out with your pants down. I just did some Beavis and Butthead. Sorry about that. Never mind. I just did Beavis and Butthead again. Oh, my puppy's here, guys. Hey, give me a break here. I'm going to get off this stream here. Good time to hit that thumbs up, brothers, sisters. Thank you. Enjoyed myself this AM portion. I'm going to continue to, this is my job now. My job is to expose the government corporation until I die. So I'll be working until I die, until they throw me in the dirt. If they martyr me and kill me, that just makes the word come to fruition. So wrestle not against flesh, brothers, sisters. He said, no, worry about no man who can take your flesh. Only word can take your flesh and your soul. Remember, I'm not Tracy. I'm just a temporary, I'm a permanent, eternal experience, spiritual, having a temporary meat suit. So we all get a different suit. Don't fall for this bullshit. There's nothing real in front of you. This commerce is not even the constitutional republic. They have no judicial capacity. They can't even criminally charge you. If they, only way they could do that would be in a Title 18 criminal statutes, not sub statutes, not revised statutes. Those are all code. That's criminal code, not commerce. That's commerce, not constituted judicial, legislative, and executive original statutes under the Title 18 criminal statutes, not criminal code. Has to be in an Article 3 court. I got them by their balls. I do. And I'm already dissolving the corporation without using any weapons, brothers, sisters. I'm using my mouth. I'm armed with the First Amendment. That if somebody came in and asked me what kind of gun, I don't need weapons, brothers, sisters. I can use these hands, but I don't need to. Okay, I do appreciate. Thanks for coming in, Ross. Thanks, Cycling. Thanks, everybody's been in here. Hope you learned something again. Thank Father. Don't thank me. It's just his words blasting out my mouth in a cosmos and orderly arrangements of the word. Okay, decipher everything I said. Put everything. He said, believe no man. Not just the sign of no. I'm talking about giants. There were giants in the land. They were drinking and partying and building and giving unto marriage, acting like nothing came, and bam. Remember that door? Okay, same thing. They pulled Christ to the side, said, hey, what will be the sign of the second coming in Christ of your return? And the very first thing, I normally hold you for a long time with it, but I'm going to give it to you. He said, be sure no man, mammon, brothers, sisters, deceives you. What does that have to do with the second coming of Christ? Be sure no man has deceives you. Everything. Discern all my words, brothers, sisters. He boreth me this false teacher, false prophets, corpidzo. If you change one jot I told you, you think heaven's in the sky? You're done. Heaven's not in the sky. You think earth's below your feet? That's not what that is. And that's how they're able to get away with all this. Think about what I just said. Be ready for people who think heaven's in the sky. They're going to be deceived, brothers, sisters. They're going to do a fake pit ritual before the true opening of the pit, and the sky's rolling back like a scroll. It's a beautiful time to be a witness to these days. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Welcome to the age of air. Air is why you're seeing drones. And water. That's why those drones are coming off boats. They're gaslighting you, brothers and sisters. I warned you a long time ago they were going to do this. They did it with balloons. Yeah, right. Those things came all the way across the Pacific, and they only saw them when they got here. Pay attention that those balloons flew over Lahaina 1 year prior with green beams, and then they actually were at the time of the Lahaina fires. So they're not. Look at fire. They were Chinese balloons below each one of those Lahaina fires, brothers and sisters. The Red Dragon did the blue beam. Remember the roofs? Yep, that's who did that. Same one who did the disappearance of all those people in San Francisco when Xi Jinping, a couple rainbow flags, couple U.S. flags, but all red and yellow on his march, his parade route to Chinatown. Somebody was in here from California. You better pay attention. They cleaned up those fucking streets. Sacramento, California, Sacramento. Where are you at? This was San Fran. Where are you at? I want to talk to you. Still in here? I've got to talk about this, guys. This is something that I cannot ever. I'm a very well studied reconstruction, 30 plus years. This is something I can't even have a thought of how it's possible. Reconstruction. It's not even possible. Sacramento, California, still in here? If not, I want to make this mention before I go. I should really try to bring this to the forefront more often, because I don't forget, 9/11 and, Danos, the fucking shooting at people on both sides, 2014 in Ukraine. Learned a lot of things on there. Hurricane Helene, not just 9/11, brothers and sisters, but San Francisco, the day that Xi Jinping came to here in America, and they pandered to him and clean our streets up, guys. That's not even fucking possible, guys. I think I died a long time ago, because there's no way in hell that they could have taken and cleaned those fucking streets up overnight. They were filled with fentanyl, shit 6 and 8 inches fucking thick in the streets, motorhomes for fucking miles, tent cities for fucking miles, brothers, sisters. And not any of it caught on camera. Not one tow truck driver, not one person with a fucking pressure washer. All the people are gone, and nobody's ever said a fucking thing about it since. I'm never going to forget that. I'm going to take that to me, to my fucking grave, my dead. I'm not going to go to the grave. Don't bury me. I'm going to be dust in the wind with fire, ashes. So, but anyways, nobody's talking about it. Never forget. I don't know how you disappear that many people and nothing has ever been seen on camera. Nobody's even crawled out of the woods like a Hurricane Helene. Don't ever forget what they did there, brothers and sisters. They're going to declare a national emergency. Look what FEMA did during Helene. It's disgusting, and they're about ready to do that, brothers and sisters. How is that possible? How did they disappear all those people overnight? That place was clean. They had tent fucking cities, brothers and sisters, motorhomes. Those people were living in motorhomes for miles and shit. Clean as a whistle the next fucking night. Nothing seen on camera. How is that possible? It's not. I don't know. Only Father knows. I don't want to even continue to think. And everybody shuts the fuck up. But that happened in your country, just so you know. That's why I stand up to the dragon. I stand up to the beast. 2 wings to the same dragon. They're all in the same team, brothers and sisters. It's not one world order. It's not one world religion. It's not one world. It doesn't say that in scripture, brothers and sisters. It says the dragon. Okay? The neuter gender beast, Leviathan, the crooked serpent. Stop playing these stupid games with these people. Pay attention to what's going on, brothers and sisters. Things like that should shake you. So you should be not doing this bullshit on these. Or that's just you. What if you were one of those people hung on fentanyl on the street? Never. I bet you they're in the FEMA camps. How much you want to bet? Anybody want to take a friendly wager? Because there's no such thing as luck. How much you want to bet? They put them in all these camps. Concentrate. They're getting ready to. Yeah, there's a lot of things out of sight, out of mind that you can't see. Doesn't mean it's not there. So be ready. It's coming. It's already here. You should see this as plain as the nose on your face. Yeah, you think it's a game, don't you, banana? Take that banana and stick it up your fucking ass, because you're going to get that cock raped by Bob. You're going to eat cock meat sandwiches, have taint faces, you play fucking games, you get thrown in some fucking, yeah, that happens in cages, and right here in the corporation called America. So enjoy your banana split asshole, leaking fucking blood and semen, and you paid for it, and the rest of the money was sent to Israel and Iran. You got to stop this with your mouth. Don't use arms. I'm not telling you that. I mean, it's first ballots, then bullets, but I'm not calling for arms. You can dissolve the corporation through subrogation. There's many ways. You just need to assert your constitutional rights. They can't be taken from you. So, well, Saul, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't be turned to a pillar of salt. You are going to be turned to a pillar of salt soon, brothers and sisters. They don't care about you. They don't care about this whole system, and this commerce thing is almost over, guys. I kind of see this a little more clear each day. They got people like me that know there's only so much subrogation could be taken from this, from the future generations through taxation, brothers and sisters, through commerce. They do this. So this gig is up. They're going to digitize, digitally track and trace, tokenize, and Sesame credit score. Your fucking, it's social credit scoring, and it comes with being tokenized. Numbers, brothers and sisters, you're a coin now. It's not that hard. You went from a digit to a coin. It's a game. Chuck E. Cheese, brothers and sisters. There's tokens. Everybody go play skee ball. You're the one they're knocking over. Seriously, you're too busy playing games as they're continued to pump the rest of this money out of this corporation to reset this system to bring us into the new digitally tracked and trace era where everything is on the blockchain. Oh, I got anonymity. No, you don't. And put you on a tokenize you. Go see Adapt 2030 if you want to see the actual coinage and tokenage that they're going to put in this new system. He's absolutely brilliant. I don't follow it. I've heard it. I watch it. I study it, but it's not sticking with me because I'm not some coin. I'm not a token. I'm not a statute. I'm not a corp. This ain't a game. It ain't Chuck E. Cheese to me. It ain't Walmart. But they will, in turn, a lot of the brothers and sisters, I know what they're coming for. They're coming for the Second Amendment items. They're coming for your Second Amendment items. They are coming in to look for Venezuelans. They're coming to look for people like you and me, just like last time during World War II. They were American born. Maybe their parents were from some other nationality, but they were born right here in America. So they didn't like a certain thing about a person. It didn't matter. They were American born people. So they don't like this time. They're going to put you under Executive Order 11004 into work camps and relocate you and work you into their 15-minute smart cities. This should be easy to see what they're about to do, Russ. This reset will take control. And look, I go see David Vos. I think if you're just out of the system, they're not going to try to even attack you because they can't, because you have the constitutional right. And under that, the reset, it will be like going by what it says. If you do not add to this book, you will not receive of these plagues. If you do, you will receive of all the written plagues. Though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I am not in death. I am not in death itself. You know what I'm saying? I am walking in the shadow. I'm not in this place, brothers and sisters. Be in it, but be not of it. They're going to take and fool your eyes to bring in all this new. It's old tech. You should see who's in charge. But it's not going to stop, brothers and sisters, like they did their last spamdemic 1.0. They're going to do a 2.0, and this ain't going to be. That was easy, lockstep, event 201. This is easy. They took it easy on you last time. This time they're going to go ahead and put the restrictions of travel on, and they're not going to move around. The captain is going to put on the fasten seatbelt sign, and you will not be free to move about the cabin. So you might want to get some teepee. As he said, do not go back to your house. Pray your flight not be in the winter. Don't go back to the store. You need to have what you need now so you can help others and be just like he says, love me. Love is patient. Be patient with Father. You're going to have to be patient with people, brothers and sisters. Love is kind. Be kind with Father. He's very blessed us to even be a hearer to the celestial witness of what's going on. Paul said, ellipsis, love does not boast, right? Don't boast because love is patient, love is kind, love is meek. That you're not going to be boasting, meek, not weak. So you need to be ready. You need to be armed with the armor of God above all. Your First Amendment is your right, constitutionally protected. You do have a Second Amendment right under the Fourth Amendment, brothers and sisters. You do. You have the right, okay? to your sect to protect. He never said you had to be walked on. If somebody come kill you, brother, sister, you have the right to protect. Now listen, be careful. Remember, I could have shot 3 people on this property, proving I don't have any problems with my mental capacity, using my Fourth Amendment right, using my Second Amendment right, but I didn't, because he said, turn your cheek 7 times 70, and that's 490 times. He said, we must endure to the end to be saved. So you're going to have to try to figure out, endure to the end, how to get through, navigate through this bullshit. Is that a real giant? Because giants are real. I'm trying to disclose something to you, brothers and sisters, that I don't think that any other blogger is talking about right now. Giants are real. I do believe they have them right here in this valley. This place is known for a lost tribe of red-headed giants. The oldest clothing on this rock was found, and I told you I found what I believe is the entrance to the abyss. There's many entrances. That's the word Al-Qaeda, but there will be a pit that will open up, like it says, when the 7th shofar, the 7th trump sounds, the 7th horn. Al-Qaeda, the opening entrance to hell, the smoke will rise out of that pit, and the skies will roll back like a scroll. I'm sitting here right at the top of the Great Basin, brothers and sisters. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. There are many entrances too, but this is what I believe is when it says in Scripture. I have tickets, front row tickets, brothers and sisters, as far as I'm concerned. Well, I'd run away from there, Tracy, if that's what. Nope. Look at they're going to put there's a massive chasm, brothers and sisters, between where. Think about what Yellowstone is at. If you look through this, there's a zipper. I've already shown you this over here to the Cascades. It just feeds itself. And now it's moved back over this way. In that travel of these, go look over in Bend, Oregon, Deschutes County, all this. There's a lot of caves. Caves are the bubbles of these literal tubes, lava tubes. These lava tube is a cave. That's where this shit filled up all this, made this whole Cascade Range. So there's massive tunnels that go between Yellowstone and the Cascade Range. I just happen to be right next to the largest bubble that they've ever found. They had LiDAR, radar, all this stuff, guys. They did this back with Chinese. Same thing, relocate Chinese, and they worked in this country, brothers, sisters. That's why this all relates to me. They drilled into the side of Table Rock in the 50s. What the fuck are they doing drilling in the Chinese over here in Christmas fucking Silver Lake Valley? Silver Lake over here at Christmas Valley. This place is absolutely one of the most important. The oldest clothing on this entire rock was found right here. They spoke 13 tongues in this valley, brothers and sisters, the largest inland ocean in the northern hemisphere. At the water judgment 6,000 years ago happened here. I know this place is biblical. How the fuck could it not? They found an 18,000-year-old camel tooth right here in Riley. That's right over there by that bubble, brothers. It's actually sitting on top of that bubble that's underneath it. They fronted as the rich out here as a dump. They say they're going to dump trash. That's you. Trash. It's a dump. And they've been doing these solar fields they have a geothermal backbone that goes right up. Look at this. Right up to feed this 2 solar panels. They're hardening all the power poles. There's 2 sets of poles going out to that place. I tried to tell you, those are for you and those are for them. What? They're doing this right under the nose of these people, too. Nobody sees it. A couple do out here like, holy shit, Tracy. Fucking wow, man. Yeah, I was telling people, wow, man. Remember Wow Mom? That live out there. I've been telling people for at least, 7 years. How come those white trucks drive out there, or government or whatever? They got all that outfitted, heavy welders. And these are those big, massive trucks that have all this equipment. I'll start with a welder, but I'm trying to tell you. They go out to the dunes. People said, you're fucking nuts, Tracy. Well, watch. Tell me what you think. Be my eyes for me. I can't be in 2 places at one time. I said, you'll see them drive out, but they never come back that same way. Kind of like all these UN fucking trains come in and drop all this white and black vehicles that they're going to use because it's all set and ready like a chess game. That's war. War is not always done with bombs. It's moving equipment. You want to know how to see your enemies' hand? You start a war with one of their other enemies and they use all their weapons. You're like, okay, now I see what they have in their hand. This is not what you think, brothers and sisters. This world is not what you're thinking. Okay, they have brought this shit in under the guise, and it doesn't come back out like those UN vehicles, Humvees, all that shit. You guys, holy shit, yeah. They don't go back. They see them coming in, but they never see them going back. Same thing out here in this valley, that there's a contracting vehicles, government type vehicles that go out to the dunes, but never come back. And people 10 years ago, I was trying to tell them, I've already was seeing this because I knew what this place was. And And they were like, "Nuh-uh." And now I have eyes out there, and they're like, "Dude, I counted almost 70 today. 70 today, Tracy. They don't come back." You're right. And if you look on Riley, Oregon, that's kind of the corner, not only because it goes over, and you go down Wagon Tire to Riley, that goes down, and there's a secret military grounds that you see the signs that goes over to this test facility. And there's also, if you go from Bend, Oregon, all the way out to Burns, that's out that way, there's the same sign there. So that's that square. What they did is this tube, and there's lots of tubes over here. This just happened to be the biggest hole bubble, guys. It was just a fucking natural occurrence, guys. This ain't some conspiracy theory. There's a radar tower out here. What are you talking about? My parents worked on the radar tower. I'm not talking about this stupid little base on top. I'm talking that between Yellowstone and the Cascadia Range, it feeds itself. It goes back and forth. It does. There's a zipper that let out all this relief. I know what I'm just track with me if it's in your head. You've got Yellowstone over here, Sun Valley, Idaho, all this through this over here. You can draw a straight line from Silver Lake over to Yellowstone. You'll see that it's like a zipper. All this lava is spewed out. Not boom. That's Yellowstone. No, that's disconnected. That's not because it's already come over here. So when that hole was feeding and filling this big Cascade Range, there's a lot of lava tubes out here, guys. The biggest hole in the ground. The Chinese came out here. Okay, our government came out here, and that's why they drilled in the side of this Table Rock, because I know this is this entrance to this circle, which all is part of this chasm underground, largest bubble in the Pacific Northwest, where they're going to put trash. Their front is a dump. They're going to put trash from Washington, Oregon, and Idaho in this dump. No, they're not. That's the largest FEMA facility in the Pacific Northwest. It will house all the people from you dumping you in the ground. They've already put up a thing out here that China built in the 90s. And I was trying to tell people, look, I was a reconstructionist in the military, traffic crash construction. I did all my certification at the Highway Patrol Academy and did all that with Trooper Strasbaugh and went through all the Highway Patrol. I have this experience. I know the way traffic flows. This interstate they're building out in this fucking little nowhere podunk fucking LA Pine town has nothing to do with the traffic. It's a major fucking interchange, guys, that you'd see in a major city in the middle of fucking nowhere in the 90s. And then they said there was something wrong with what was going on under the ground and they had to stop. Yeah, under the fucking ground, guys. That was their excuse. They stopped building it. If you go through La Pine, Oregon, and you go into bed up to 97, look off to your right when you get through in between the two little towns. There's a space in between the Wickiup Junction back where you come up towards Chemult, and you'll see there's a massive interchange out there. What the fuck? You don't have do nothing shit with nothing there. Don't have any. And I did this for a living. Imagine being in the middle of fucking nowhere, guys, in a little teeny one-lane town. It's a little bigger, but it's still pretty one-lane town, and there's a massive fucking interchange. In the 90s, it was built, brothers and sisters. It's been there for a long fucking time. The Chinese start. So, and that links up everything going out to this camp because they're going to blow this La Pine where you come down where the split off. I already tried to tell people when they did all this reconstruction on this, putting these reflectors, I did this for a living, all the way down this hill, coming down in this valley towards Rock House Road. They set that shit all pyrotechnics, and they're going to blow that so you can't come down into this valley to make sure you can't, and all that traffic is not going to come down this. It's a very, people are, God damn, Tracy, you're fucking, well, look at what's going on. You'll see they're doing this right under the guise of your nose. They got 2 solar fields, power poles going to this fucking facility, and they've got this geothermal fucking spine coming up feeding it. They've done major power poles, 2 solar fields. They've got all this traffic cut off and all this shit through Bend now, and they've done all these defiles to get everything ready to go out towards this facility. You're not going to come down where I'm at. They're going to blow this fucking down this hill because they striped it. I saw them when they were building this shit. I know what they're fucking doing. They we're putting road reflectors in so you can see it. Yeah, you had put stripes in each one of those road reflectors. You dug that shit out. So when you want that, it's going to be gone. You're not going to come over this way. You're going to go through that interchange and come out to that camp where they have the largest hole ever between Yellowstone and fucking the Cascade Range was a hole. And in the 50s, China came out and took that round bubble burp lava tube and squared it off and turned it into the largest FEMA facility in the Pacific Northwest, brothers, sisters. I don't give a fuck what people think. You can, out of sight, out of mind. So they hate that I expose this. That's why they've given me fucking hell since I came out here. I sat on the chamber. I knew what was out here. I already did all my homework. This place has historical record. You can find it on all kinds of PBS, Ancient Aliens, all this shit. Look it up. Silver Lake, Oregon is known for a lost tribe of red-headed giants. I got to close it out with this. Giants are real, brothers, sisters. Aliens are not. There's no such thing as UFOs. You don't think so? I built a fucking UFO. It cost me $30,000 worth of property to build and all that bullshit. It's just, that's just kind of me. He mocked me because he blew it down. It's 45 feet in the air with the guide wires and it came down. But hey, whatever. It's still here on the property. I built it and I drug it over from the highway over here. So a lot of people saw it out in this town. It was a monument, if you will, to our dark sky sanctuary out here. And they didn't even know what I was doing. What the fuck does that do? Did Elon Musk build that? It's a Starlink satellite. It's so funny, guys, when I built it. Whatever. Took me years and about, nearly $30,000 of my time and money. Why does it make you money? No, it doesn't. What does it do? It lights up at night and it sits there and looks pretty, doesn't it? And then, isn't that neat? Well, the kids loved it, brother, sister. Every in the morning to school up here at the North Lake School District, because in the morning it'd be don't mourn, right? They drive by it on the bus and it'd be all flashing and up in 45 feet in the air, and they loved the UFO, and then it came down. It was a sad time, but whatever. $30,000 to build a fake UFO. They're all fake. That's just anti-gravitics, electric gravitics that Tesla was messing with. That's that fake bullshit during World War II. Aliens gave us fucking technology. Aliens didn't give Hitler no fucking technology. You're dumb fucks, man. You guys just fall for anything. Those are fake Jews. Spiritual Jews 2,600 years ago, brothers and sisters. There's no Jews on this rock. There's no Israel on this rock. There's no physical anything. There is no death. There is no time. There is no... It's a corporation. They're all going by this. All these companies through these central banks, corporations are doing this, not just here in America. This is the head of this beast, if you will. This, it is what it is. But brothers, be wise, be ready. I do believe, if you please go watch David Vose's video on his dream. He has some kind of dream. I don't do any of that, but I do believe he's seen what is coming. And again, I want you to pay attention in his dream, David Vose, that if you're not partaking in the system, they're not going to do anything to you. Although they appear they're law enforcement, they don't say anything. You can go the other direction. As everybody's going in one direction, as I told you, the whole world is going off a cliff and you're the only one going in the other direction. You're going to look batshit crazy, brothers, sisters, absolutely fucking nuts. So was Noah until the day of the flood. So please listen to what I'm saying. If you'll interpret not like that, his dream, you'll see what I'm saying. If you are not partaking in this corporation, no matter what is about to come, they're not going to be able to do anything to you. You will not receive of the written plagues. You will not partake in the unfruitful works of darkness, and you will have that armor, and it will, there's no weapon formed against that armor shall prosper, brothers and sisters. Just like the Constitution, it has that same, that's the reason was the Constitution was put in place. They're God-given, common, natural, organic rights of this land that have always been here. They've trampled on them, and if you get judged as a corporation, it's because you went by and you didn't stand up as Christ did to the perverted law of his time. And you're supposed to do what he did, conform to my image, follow after me, endure to the end. So we've got to try to figure out somehow to figure out, is that a fucking real alien? No, there's no such as aliens, dumbasses, because people are going to be freaking the fuck out. I do believe there are 100% will release the giants out of the chasms. This is the time when the opening of the pit, they're going to let them out, and then the real ones will come later. These will be real, but they'll mix them in with DARPA fucking robots, Elon Musk, 20, 30 foot tall robots ain't shit. They got fucking cartoons about this stuff, guys. Terminator. Don't act like you ain't already been predictively programmed to see this shit. So you just fucking go, oh, whatever, I'll just get my camp. They give us this free technology, and I'll just get my 15 minutes. And I love Trump, and Trump will be guarded by robots. Watch. He'll give them rights. These are my alien friends. Don't you see it? All right, that's it. I can't help you anymore. If you don't see it, you're like fucking dense as a fucking rock, man. He's the Petra, brothers, sisters. He is the rock. Don't build your house on Masonic sinking sand rocks. They'll turn them into fucking ashes. Watch. Your enemy ashes under your feet. Your enemy will be your footstool. You can use that rock as a footstool, all right? But you got to put on the armor of God, and that's the word. There's no kind of weapon that you need. There's nowhere to survive these judgments. You can dig a hole 500 fucking feet in the earth. You're not going to escape the judgments that are about to come upon this earth. But there'll be fake ones first. Watch. A fake pit ritual. You were told here already, go see Jonathan Kleck. He's been talking about a similar type opening ritual through whatever their events, but there will come a time where there will be the day that and it's the day Trump takes office. They've already said they're going to do it. He declared 2 times he's going to bring the military to your door. Are you ready for the military to show up to your door? Are you going to shoot at them? What about fake aliens masking as giants or robots? Are they real robots? Are they real people? Aliens are not real. Giants are real. That is the reveal that I think that you guys are missing too. Are you ready for giants to be walking this earth upon us? They were before. It said, as I would return to be as in the days of Noah. There were giants in the land, brothers, sisters, at the day of Noah. That's a big fucking thing that I'm saying here, but I feel pretty fucking confident because I've studied this shit for 30 plus years. He made me do it. But I didn't call out to their hearts to seek after me. Not one of them would, brothers, sisters. So you guys got quiet on me, and I appreciate it, but it's probably just because they shadow banned this channel and I'm not paying attention to the live chat. So hope you guys took some message out of this and can see what's coming. I can see it. I can. I know others are seeing it. I hope you're ready and I hope you're wise, because I think you'll be just fine. As a little leaven leavens the whole lump. Don't take part in taking one bad apple upset the whole apple cart, brothers and sisters. Okay? Do you understand? But do remember, as there's the opposite polarity of each thing, the cream, brothers and sisters, like leaven leavens the whole lump. It always rises to the top. You'll be fine. Have faith like Daniel. There's nothing that can come against you armed with the Constitution and the Scripture, brothers and sisters. You have nothing to fear. It's all fake. What they're going to do is fake. Don't worry. Don't fall for any of this. Like the corona. I didn't do it the corona. I won't do it again. Be ready. You'll do well. You will. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. It's better to have and not need than need not have. Those who are wise and have extra oil and their lamps are trimming and ready, girded in his service when he returns, will know this is fake. They'll know this pit ritual. The pit ritual is the return of Christ, brothers and sisters, where the key is given in the opening of the pit. In case you haven't read the Word of God, I am Revelation. That is my book. Okay? Do you understand? So please put on the armor of God. Eat your daily bread. Take up your cross daily. That is the bread that we sup in. Knock and I will come sup with you. Daily bread, daily cross, brothers, sisters. Arm up. And this one, none of this weapon formed against you shall prosper. Okay? They're just fakes. It's all fake. Giants are real. So you won't worry about that. If you know giants are real, you won't be worried about it. And I don't think those giants are going to be a threat. They're going to take people who are low weight. If you have an energy about you, these giants will not do anything to you. But where my problem is, they're going to mix giants with aliens, with robots, with this all some bullshit fake technology to bring this new system in. Just be your own system, brothers, sisters. That's all I'm asking you, okay? Or go in their new system, do whatever you want. I don't want to turn a goat into a sheep or sheep into a goat, but I don't feel like if you don't have at least 1 foot out of the system right now to over here doing something like I said, like, you know, making your own power and all this stuff, you're going to have to go into the new system, because you're not going to be supping with him in this meat of the word that's going to tell you, no, don't partake of the flesh. Your eyes are lying to you. The devil is an accuser. You are being deceived. Okay? You are being deceived, and you're going to be like, I ain't falling for that. And you're just going to go about and do your thing and live your life, and you'll be just fine. I know it, brothers. Although it'll be difficult, I do believe the cream will rise to the top. They won't be able to touch you. Put on the whole armor of God. Be not anxious. Be like Daniel. Have faith. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You know, he was thrown into a den of lions, and he had not faltered like Esau at all. And there's about an inheritance. So, you know, this truly is. Try to remember Esau. That is, Father's just been putting on my heart. Esau, he faltered. Don't falter, Tracy. You'll lose your inheritance. He who tries to enter by any other way, he says, a thief and a robber. Remember, we have to go through that straight gate. Esau stole his brother Nimrod's inheritance, brothers and sisters. Jacob was given the inheritance. It was later called Israel. This is all about an inheritance, and they know this, brothers and sisters. They know this, they know this, they know this, they know this, they know what is about to come, because they are man, and man has been making this happen. You know, you probably have mentioned what I just text somewhere else, Tracy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And my name's not Tracy. My name is Pastor Apocalypse. Don't call me Tracy. I appreciate it. It's not all in capital letters, though, so at least you ain't my bitch, Ted Martin, screaming my name, the chief finance. And, oh, wait, he did do it in not capital letters. Oh, wait, it's capital T, small r. So that's you, Teddy Martin, my bitch. What are you talking about? Eat this, not that. Don't eat sugar, guys. All right, guys, I got to go, man. I got it sitting in my belly, too. All right, hey, if you want to feed this ministry, you can feed it through a monetary donation. I'll use that and put it towards the ministry out here, because just like you, I have 45 acres of land, and I'm working 15, 16-hour days. I am still continuing my push on the internet to sell things, but I do get shadow banned. If I get shadow banned on this channel, you got to believe I get shadow banned on the marketplace. I get shadow banned on Craigslist, all the places I sell. So your tithe of time is all I require. 10%, he said in the book of Malachi, please give me 10% of your time. If you can't afford it, I don't need money. Father will provide. I will be more wealthy than probably even Donald Trump at this point after the subrogation, and then I'll pour this back out onto the churches and give it to the people who need it. I don't want to gain not a penny from this, but there is a lot to be gained by standing against this corporation, brother, sister. Your prize is Shiloh. Your prize is after you die. It's really important you stand against this wiles of the devil. Wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against powers and principalities. This is a once flesh battle, as he required flesh and sacrifice in war. Now it is spiritual. He said spiritual wickedness in high places. That is this government, that is this corporation. If you're not standing against it, you are going to succumb, and you're going to be turned into a pillar of salt. You'll gnash teeth, you'll experience the reverse gospel, and I'm not condemning you. That's what the word says. So enjoy time while you have here, and your sup is in the suffering when you carry your cross daily. Go see Brother Jim at Grace and Truth Ministries for no cursing and a true gospel teaching, and there's just a continual knowledge to be learned, or you don't have enough time to go through Brother Jim's teachings before we're all gone. I know that. I ain't no prophet. I'm not predicting an end to the, but you don't have that much time. So you might want to get over there, get some CDs for you can't get them sent in the mail. Captain's going to put on the fasten seatbelt sign soon, brothers, sisters. I hope you got TP for your bunghole. Hope you're not deceived by these eyes. The only thing that I've ever found on this rock that's truth is by defining the interlinear textus receptus. One jot, one letter, one word at a time. You can teach that. Brother Jim will teach you how to do that too. There is no other truth here, brothers and sisters. It's all a lie. There is no other truth here. I've never been able to find it. I've been seeking it forever. Since I've been here, it seems like forever, like a marathon, and I haven't found it. The only place I've found actual aletheia is within the word of the Father. Refine, though, define, definition, not some translation. So please, that is your armor. I'm telling you, you'll know that you'll be like Daniel. You're like, I don't fear nothing, man. I know anything. Kind of like Brother Jim too, as a very, set apart. He don't care about nothing in this world. He don't like politicians. He don't care about when he's watching football or whatever. He's still studying. He ain't like, go ask Sister Mary. I've spent time supping with her on the phone. Brother Jim, what a beautiful is a blessing to have this mirror ministry. Apologize again for the cursing. I will go back. You mark my words. I get this stuff in my son taken care of. No more curse words coming from Pastor Revelation. Okay, I won't be so raw. Okay, but we live in a time. I'm filthy rags. We all are, and I will make it to that point. I have faith, like Daniel. I've already seen the days that these people will be. And I don't think they're going to get it, brothers and sisters. I think Trump's going to do this thing, just little gaming this out. I do believe with all my heart that Trump's going to declare this, and all this country's gone, and a new country, a new world, all these things won't be anything. You will be pleading we can get on here and do this today. Like, damn, I should have done that a little sooner. What did Canadian Prepper say? Something like one day right now that you can go would be like almost 3 years or something of when this happens, guys. It will really take you that much time to accomplish what, and his math isn't off. Canadian Prepper is an absolute genius. The dude is a genius. I don't want to put him better, but he is definitely a genius. He is in the narrow way. he loves helping others and helping himself. So go over there too. See the Canadian Prepper. If there's anything that you need, you probably should get it coming pretty soon from him. He has the #1 survival gear. The armor is what you need, but you still need to have extra oil, brothers and sisters. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, don't put up extra oil. It's better to have and not need than need not have. And if we do come to a time where you can be able to help out a foolish virgin, although we didn't last time, I'm going to try this time because we're all in the narrow way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to feed foolish virgins, not only with the word of God, give them this word, this gospel, but also beans, rice, things that they're going to need to keep their belly from just being, head hungry, cutting it off, if you will. I mean, by their belly. You know what I'm saying? So much agape. Please leave a thumbs up at this video. That doesn't cost anything. If you can, pour out a monetary tithe, it's there. And only if you have quite a bit of abundance, and if you have that, pour it out onto some of the people in your local area. If you can, before here. If not, there's a link in the description to the Cash App and the PayPal if you want to do a monetary tithe to this ministry. Thank you for your time, and love tithe of time. And I, again, will hope to get to see you later. Leave a wiggle room. Stop living by time, brothers, sisters. Pastor Apocalypse, Pastor Revelation. Welcome to the new age, where the heirs will be crowned. This is the time, brothers and sisters, where the heirs will be crowned. Not any time like that, but in this age. Are you ready? Welcome to the new age. Checking out on the prison bus. Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.